Bang! It says we're live. Am I live? How you going, peeps? Woodsy, Jack, Jesse and Amanda Schwab, Matt Ricali, one Carly. How you going, Matty?
How good was my shot with the crossbow?
Did you see that in the live? And I was like, boom, Mel shot me in the face with the fucking crossbow. Do you see? Look. Look at this, see, right?
It's funny as fuck.
This is metal too. This is metal, right?
And I've strengthened it. It's got two things on it.
So you pull it back, and you get your toothpick.
I was thinking of using
Look, and you put the toothpick in here like this.
I was almost going to use a nail.
And then you go, boom.
Did you just shoot your phone?
Yeah.
We shot the TV and put a hole in it, remember?
That's okay. Yeah, so that was what bounced off the side of my chops. Would you like kill shot, Mel?
No.
Yeah, Matt, I'm good, brother. Kalani, what's that? Kalani shot, Mel. Kalani? Kalani?
That's where we go camping.
Yes, we go camping, Woodsy. We go camping out there, right? Towards Steve, legend, Mel. Oh, the link to hit me up about the link, of course. Hang on a second. I'll just send the link. So anyone wants to pop up? So I go bang, bang. And then I go, then I've got to go to fucking post comment, post that.
And you knew it was coming, you just forgot.
Alrighty. Dribbler 4x4, how you going, brother? Oh, Nathan Hurst, g'day, mate. How are ya? Anyone else that I missed? I don't want to miss anybody else. Oh, Chain Matt, of course. Fuck, I didn't see your first one in, brother. Matty, my boy. The link's there, guys. So, I think I can do 6 people. So, anyone that wants to come up and have a chat, ask questions, talk anything, mate, I'm here for it. So, I don't know. I'm going to be up all night. I've got to take my young fella. He doesn't start work till like midnight. So, I'm good. Yeah. So, thanks heaps for your service, bro. That's all. Nah, it's all good, mate. You know, it's all good. Thank you. Oh, here you go. Tell me Jack or Matt's going to be in here. Let me see what this is. It's Jack. Boom. Oh shit! Which one do I do again? Is it? I think it's this one.
Hello.
Hey, bro. How you going, mate?
All right, self.
Yeah, good. How'd that go?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably should have gave the trophy back earlier, but.
Oh yeah, hang on. I think someone else might be Maddie. Oh, Woodsy. Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Show me hands.
Wheelbase in front over.
None under the table.
How you going, Woodsy? It's good to see you,
man. How
brother.
are you, bro?
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, I couldn't stick around the other night. He was doing my head in.
Who was?
Oh, I won't drop names.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Got to tell him to listen.
Got a bit hectic.
Listen to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I only got halfway through the shit I wanted to talk about. I've still got I've wrote down all the shit I was going to talk about, and it's only halfway through. But
Next week.
Accurate weight of the bus.
It's not so.
What's that?
Oh, Ashley's just showed me this TikTok, and it's roses are red. My nan has herpes. You can get fuck on for fuck all at Dan Murphy's.
See? I told you I'd have a laugh.
Yeah, but you can't hear it probably when you play it.
Did you hey Woodsy, did you shut down the YouTube page? Because remember how you had that bad echo?
Oh,
Did you fix that? Is it okay this time?
yeah, I didn't actually.
Okay. No.
What's going on?
No, because I remember when I first did it, bro, I had the worst echo. It was like 5 second, 10-second delay, mate. And I realised that the YouTube page was up, but if not doing it, that's sweet as, bro.
Yeah, I've got to pause it before I go into the link.
What's that, Jack?
I've always got to pause the video before I go into the link, or else it just fucking does its own thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, Catherine. I'll just have a look whose house is here. Have one with hands. Hey, mate, how are ya? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on my YouTube. I'll go give him a like.
Do you
What was-
do you watch Chaos Chronicles or any of those other lads, bro? Or
No.
nah,
What's his name on
I
YouTube?
find it hard to get into them, mate.
That's but
Which one's that?
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, do you know the guy down in Melbourne, that Chaos Chronicles? He's got that like weird zipper tattoo.
Nah, no. I'll check
Yeah.
him out though.
I don't know.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's I don't know. Yeah, he's it's just because he's talking shit about Paddo and Spanian, and but they all seem to talk shit about each other.
Yeah, I've gone
Yes.
off that Spanian. Just can't click with him anymore. He's changed.
Yeah,
Since he took
something
that, since he took that kick deal,
Yeah, 100%.
hey, straight.
What was that, Jack?
No, it was this video.
Yeah, bloody mate, that video that he did where he's drinking wine on the side of the street. Did you see that one?
He's done a
Yeah.
couple of them now, yeah.
That was the one that threw me, mate. You know.
Yeah, I think the one before that was when I sort of, I just turned his notifications off now.
When he did the knife fighting defense on the kick video, that was kind of it for me. I was like, fuck.
I didn't even watch it. I've seen that other one he does, that other fight. That's how I first found him. My young fella said, "Oh, look, this bloke's showing you how to fight with a knife. What do you reckon?" And I was like, "Oh, he's got some pretty good points, actually, you know." But that's fair how I seen him. I'm like, "Who is this cunt anyway?" And then, I watched a few videos, and some of his stories are pretty funny.
Look, he can talk good shit, but like he's just got the money's got to his head now.
He just bought his missus $180,000 fucking car, bro. It's great.
Just bought himself an Evo and a Rexy.
Yeah, he's but we just signed a 6 or 7 figure deal with Kick, mate. You know.
Yeah, right.
And tonight I watched 2 videos while I was waiting for Paddo to come up. I was watching a video. There's some lads in Sydney that were doing reviews on the Spanian fucking kebabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, some are saying they're shit and some are saying they're awesome. It looks like a hamburger though.
Look,
I'm
it probably
keen to
has the
go for it.
potential to be good, but to force customers into like you have this or that and that's it, that's a bit rough, I think.
Yeah, they're saying that it's about $15 for a kebab. So
It doesn't look
That's
that big.
That's with the chips and drink, isn't it?
Yeah.
no, it's 15 for the kebab, $5 for the chips. So it's like $20 for kebab and chips.
Yeah,
But
true.
they're saying their chips tasted like KFC, and the kebab. I was saying, well, these lads were saying it was pretty good. It looked good to me. I mean, but I like the pita bread. I like how it's in a pocket like Tubalaki or whatever, you know. Yeah, it was more.
Turkish bread, I think.
It was all falling out the arse end and that, but each their own, I suppose. He's thinking, but he's got fucking money coming in every which way, hasn't he?
That's
Look,
it.
I do believe he's right. I do believe it is the traditional way, but it's just not. I don't know.
It's not the Aussie way.
Yeah, it's not a burger. It looks like a
Not
burger.
what we're used to.
Yeah, fucking oath, bro. Right.
No, I'm going to head down there one weekend. Head down on a Friday arvo, try it out, and go to Eastern Creek for the burnouts or something.
Yeah, giddy up. Fuck, that's a good night for sure. Fuck yeah.
That's if we don't pass it at work.
Hey?
If we don't pass it at work.
The best comment.
No, I'll just tell them I can't work.
Fuck yeah. How'd your date go with the young lady, mate? A couple of days back there, brother.
I've got a message waiting to read now. No, I'll see her again tomorrow.
Oh, nice one. Good stuff. Miss just yelled out, wow, wow. No. I remember I thought you might have been having, I think you must have had lunch or something. You went earlier in the day with her.
Yeah,
I think-
yeah. Went to the pub for a few hours. Watched Oh, who was it? Watched the UFC fight. Can't remember their names. And
Yep.
bit of footy, and yeah, it was all right. Had a meal.
Yeah. I remember I thought you might have come for dinner, and I was like, Jack, hit him up right now in the chat. See where he's at. But you're already home by then, Ollie.
About I don't know, 6 o'clock or something. I got home that day. Yeah, it was pretty. No, it was a good day. Spent 5-6 hours with her.
Yeah, fucking oath, bro.
Yeah.
Good. What do we got? Go straight back. He's got to go to the mighty Panthers. Penrith, are you kidding me, bro? Penrith.
Yeah, I
What
think they beat Brisbane.
Oh, yeah, it says Broncos held the ground pretty well. I thought, considering Panthers are one of the top teams. Straight Jacket reckons Summernats. That's on my to-do list. I've never done it. I always fucking wanted to go to Summernats. Have you ever been, Woodsy?
Nah.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Summernats, bro. It would have been better back in the old days when I was on the burnouts on the cruise and that, because it's real strict nowadays. But I don't know. I'd still want to go see the Gator Wild when they do that shit. Do they still do the barrel runs out on the grass on that?
No idea, man.
Yeah.
That's Denny Ute Muster, isn't it?
What's that, bro?
That's Denny Ute Muster you're thinking of. You got two things mixed up.
No, I don't.
In the
What,
paddock doing around the barrels and that.
They do that at
Oh,
Summernats.
Nah, that's isn't that?
Not anymore. They haven't done that for years now.
Oh, well, fuck. That's how fucking far I've been out of it. I did just watch the burnout comp. That's it.
So they still do like the barrel racing and stuff, but it's at a country festival at the Denny Ute Muster now.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
one. Yeah.
And then you got the fucking. I wouldn't even call it Summernats anymore. It's a disappointment.
Now, no, it's not like it used to be. But
I remember when I went, it was fucking boiling hot.
what have we got?
Jack won't be going this year. That's our busy season.
Ashley, is that your missus, Jack? Ashley?
Yeah.
She's saying, wait till you see Jack's kid in person. I have seen him, Ashley.
No, but you got to be there. You got to witness it firsthand.
Mate. But mate, I have an infatuation with black rubber and white smoke, brother. I'm told. I've been doing burnouts, mate, and it's good too because you get onto a military base, mate. There's no one to fucking pull you up, bro. I've laid some fucking 60s on military bases, man, like 60s.
I'm
Just like a poor little high, I say.
I was about to get into that story. I thought, here we go. You want to hear it all? Because this is a story where I was an absolute fucking dickhead, you know. But I thought I've got to give the good with the bad, you know. We've got to get all of it.
I'm the certified passenger princess that videos all the skids behind the scenes.
The tire changing team.
Legal content.
The leading hand.
Yeah. Hey, Aussie chick. Anna, how you going, buddy? Good to see you. Is someone that's on the Gold Coast? No, it's in Canberra. Kerry Blaze, how you going, brother? Salute, Chris, Jack, Woodsy, bong on, brothers, bong on. Kerry Blaze, thanks for popping over, mate. Steve, Nathan Hurst, have you been to Candos? What's
Paddos.
What's that?
That's a burnout thing. It's kind of like a smaller version of Summernats.
Not as good.
No.
Yeah.
What did they have with it? Oh, they had something out at the Willowbank there, mate. It was like not the winter nats.
Rocky Nats.
Something like that, bro. I went to that. That was the last live one I went to. When I was a young fella, like 18, 19, I actually entered a couple of burnout comps myself, mate. I got 31 of them, actually. And a mate's fucking one time new, yeah. And over in Perth, where that guy got shot, you know, that big Perth motorplex over there?
Yeah.
When I was over in Perth, actually, another fella bought a ute, and I was like, took him out to the back of Fremantle, showing him how to do burnouts for 2 nights, mate. And he got in there, mate, and he fucking hit it, and the front wheels just locked up, and he just went straight into the barrier. And everyone was like, boo! I fucking was like, jeez. He fucked it completely, mate, got booed out of there. But he'd never done it before. I turned down the opportunity to become an ex-girl. You and
What's your opinion on old mate that did that shooting at the Perth motorplex?
That's right, that's where he did it, yeah.
What's
Weird,
your
mate.
opinion on him?
I looked at where he was positioned to take that shot. I don't understand why he would do that, mate. Like, unless he was trying to show the guy who was shooting for his skills or something. I don't know. Like, it was a pretty like a 200-meter fucking shot, mate, into a crowd, you know. And I think as it was, he hit a young fella. The bullet went through a young fella's elbow before it hit old mate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he hit, I don't know if it was his kid or not, but I know there's a young fella. He nicked his elbow. Would have caned him.
What was it? When was it? I haven't heard it.
It probably would have been when you were on your holiday.
Oh, yeah, government funded.
Yeah.
It was I think he was the head rebel or the head fucking
I think it was
one of the head bikie gangs in Perth, brother. Like one of them.
Yeah. Hell's Angels or something, I think it was.
Yeah, one of the bikie gangs, and he was a prezzo, and he'd been contracted to kill this lad in this special force. He had to be special forces to be arrogant and take a shot in the middle of a fucking packed stadium.
They tracked his routine to every Friday he attended this event at the Perth Motorplex, and they'd gone and cut a hole in the fence and done recon, and like it was a full contract keep. Like it was, yeah. And I think it was, I could be wrong, but for some reason I think it was like 338 meters or something.
It was a long shot, man, from a side of a shed across the drag strip, the burnout pit, into the crowd, bro. Like it was.
It's not like that'd be like a big wind tunnel too when you think about it, like the way the drag strip's made.
Mate, the only thing though, because I have been in Perth, the wind blows the same way every fucking day. It's the same Frio blend. So you know what I mean? In that little pocket there, it's quite consistent in that time of day all the time.
Yeah.
But I can go with someone else. Someone else just pop up. Oh, Matt Roncalli. All right. Come on now.
What's doing, boys?
Hey, bro. How you going,
How
mate?
you going? Good
Thanks for
yourself?
popping up, brother.
Yeah, all good.
Everyone can hear okay?
Yeah, bro.
What have we got here, ball?
I feel out of place. Flagged in the wrong spot.
What's that, brother?
So I feel out of place. Me flag's in the wrong spot.
I reckon Chris has got one for all of us, don't worry.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Mel's put up another one. I don't know if you can see it. This one.
Oh, yeah. No,
I love that fucking one. I seen you know Hookstagram, Hookie.
Yeah.
I was talking to him on the line, and he brought out his flag. Did you see that flag he brought out?
It's fucking huge.
Fuck, mate! It was like must have been 3 or 4 meters long, and from his floor to his roof, nearly high.
Who it is?
That whole wall he's got.
8 by 5 foot.
What's that one there, Matt?
That's 8 by 5 foot. Goes across my whole back wall.
That's a decent sized flag, bro. Fucking oath. Yeah. Bedroom as well, mate. I've got it fucking everywhere. The one in the bedroom is good though, because the last recruits that I put through, the last platoon I put through, they fucking grabbed it for me and they all signed their names on it. So it's like my last platoon that I put through Kapuka, so it's got a bit of sentimental value too, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see in the chats here. So we got I found the dog at Disneyland, Orlando, laugh out loud. They knew he was it. Oh, Straight Jacket saying they knew that guy's routine at the Perth Summer Nats. That's what you were saying, Jack. Chain Matt says, sup, Chris, Jack and Woodsy. And Matt's just
come up.
And we got Aussie chick. You were talking about the old matey, and she's like, hey, Jack, hey, Woods, how was the date last Sunday? Yeah, you had a good day. You'll be seeing her again tomorrow, Anna. It's tomorrow, isn't it, Woodsy? Tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was going to say to you when you were doing Paddos Live. When we were talking earlier, you were saying about how the true believers and that were exploding themselves before they got to anyone. It was like pink mist.
Oh yeah, yep. Do you want me to bring that up?
Oh, you made it was with your IED thing. I thought it went with it.
Yeah. No, I was just talking. Some of the true believers when they will put on the suicide vests, they'd get nervous, mate, and they'd start running a bit early and start, yelling out, God is great, Allah Akbar, and they'd detonate before they'd get anywhere. So they'd just turn themselves into pink mist and leave a little fucking hole in the concrete there, and not actually hurt anybody. And you're just like, what the fuck was that about? You can't even fucking run into a crowd right, you dumb cunt. Well, just cowards, but some of them that are like the ones that know they can't do it, they hand the remote over to their mate, and then they just start jogging into it, because they can't do it themselves.
Yeah, Spion, if you stole his Snickers the night before, eh?
Snickers, bro. They do it rough over there, bro. Mate, have you seen some of my photos of just how desolate it is? Like, especially from the back of the Chinook, it gives you a good idea of when the snow melt comes down, it forms those creek beds, and literally about 50 to 100 meters either side of those creeks, it's green, and then it's just fucking desert. Just desert, and there's no trees or nothing. It's just bald. Like if they got
that water's putrid too, eh?
No, the water coming down off the mountains is okay, mate. No, the water coming down off the mountains, it's all snow melt, and I wouldn't say they're glaciers, but it's sort of, it's like yearly snow melt and that, and because it's going pretty hard.
So this might sound done, but so it snows and shit over there.
Oh, mate, we got to remember
Kabul. It's fucking hot.
No, it is, mate. No. Okay, so Kabul is at 8,500 feet. So it's like even on a summer's day, it gets a little bit chill there, And from Kandahar, which is about, 300 or 400 k's south of Kabul, on a clear day, you can see the start of the Hindu Kush, where the Mount Everest and all those mountain ranges that are right up there, on the China sort of, that crazy Hindu Kush mountain range.
Yeah.
And it's intense. Like I've never been to a country or seen mountains before, like proper, like. That's a 10,000 foot mountain. When the back of the plane came down, when I first jumped in the runway in fucking Tarankout, and Tarankout's in the middle of a bowl. So there's a mountain range like this and like this, and we're sort of like in this massive big bowl. And I got out of the plane and I was just like, mate, it was so picturesque. It was so fucking beautiful to see the mountains with the snow on them, and just to see how intimidating a proper mountain fucking is, mate. Like.
So, just for reference, like compared to mountains in Australia, how much bigger do you reckon they'd be for what we're used to seeing?
Well, what's Kosciuszko? Kosciuszko is like 13,000 feet or something.
Yeah,
it's the biggest mountain. And I walked up that hill, mate, when I was a kid with my dad. You can walk to the top of Kosciuszko, and we toboggan down the other side of the cunt into Perishar. But these mountains are like I said, they were trying to get into Tora Bora. Tora Bora is the tunnels that they use to get between Pakistan and into Afghanistan, right? So they're moving all the weapon systems and everything through the Tora Bora. That's how Bin Laden escaped out through into Pakistan, right? Well, they were trying to penetrate those mountain ranges with the Moabs, which is like the biggest ordnance outside of like a atom bomb. And mate, they were dropping Moab after Moab after Moab, and all it was doing making the rock shiny, bro. It was. Like these mountains are fucking like solid as, and these tunnels though, these have been there since what was that thing they used to get around in the what was that path they used to, the Silk Road. The Silk Road used to go up through there when they were doing their spices and all that type of stuff. So those tunnels and that have been there, like I said, before Jesus played fullback for Jerusalem. A long time. Yeah, real long time. But just the mountains, man, just to see like the sharpness of them, and just how, like, you just sit there and you're looking at this thing, it's 13,000 feet, and you just take my breath away. It was just, like, if they sorted their shit out there, that would be one of the best places to go adventuring. It'd be awesome for 4x, for motorbike riding, in the wintertime for snowboarding and skiing, because there's no trees or stumps. It's just massive fucking hills. It'd be a mad place to do adventure sports there. Like, they would fucking own adventure sports in Afghan, bro, but they can't even fucking put their shit out there, bro, And I noticed the Taliban are starting to wear mascara again. I don't know if I was telling you guys how when we first got to Afghan, we could identify the Taliban through our scopes through the mascara they were wearing. Only the Taliban fighters would wear the mascara, and after about 18 months, they worked out that we could tell they wear makeup, and they were fucking easy to kill, so they stopped wearing makeup for like 18 years on them. I was watching a video the other day of the Taliban in Kabul, where Afghan is now, and they got all their makeup on and their fucking hair's dyed funny, and I'm like, fuck, mate. You know, they just built like in Kabul. They had this because what's funny is I've got like a mate that's missus was on a bus from Kabul to Kandahar to TK back in the 60s. She went with a hippie group smoking weed, mate, all down through Afghanistan. Because I was talking about these places, and she said, I've been there. I've been to Tarankout and smoked weed in there. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the same as to me earlier. Yeah.
I'm like, you go there now, girl. I said, your head will get cut off so fucking quick, mate. It's not like that anymore, you know. And now they're just taking it over, and fucking Biden just armed them like fucking Rambo. Oh, hang on a sec. I've got fucking 2 people waiting. Shit. Okay, sorry. It's Maddie's coming up. Sorry, Matt.
Hey, brother.
Hey, bro.
How are you, Jack? Woodsy, get to see your face finally.
Yeah.
How are you, Matt? Another
Good,
Matt,
bro.
Matt to Matt. Two
Yep.
Matts in the fucking one place. That can be trouble.
Yep.
Both double T. Look out.
I've got a,
Good, mate.
I'm about to do what he's doing and have a beer. Fucking, you just reminded me. Thanks, Matty. See, Matties are all good cunts.
I'm just going to quickly just catch up in the comments here and see if anyone's saying, hey, Derek Woods, how the date last? We read that one. You're a legend, Aussie chick. I wonder if he met up with P. Diddy. P. Diddy wants some tip from old matey. Old matey coming home early having a brain snap. His brain seriously needs to be snapped. I just topped up with data 5 gigabytes and 1 gigabyte already pissed away tonight. You need to get on. You need to get on the fucking NBN there, fucking Anna.
Get on Starlink.
Sounds like Van Dam. He's pissed up like 30 fucking gig.
And we got him with that. You're great. Hey, Chris, just us panel. This is Jordan. How you going, Jordan? Good to see you, bro. Popping up. Yep, I lost at the Crown Casino last night in under an hour, all about $600. Fuck, didn't you blow your bloody? You were last week, mate, because you blew your fucking $1,200 or something.
That would have to be
Aussie
Aussie.
chick. Was that Aussie chick, yeah?
Yeah,
It is,
100%.
man.
You should have seen my message in one of your videos. We'll hit the floor, we'll dress to the nines. I'll show you how to kill it on roulette. It's all about the vibe, baby. It's all about the vibe, sister.
I don't mind playing roulette, and I definitely don't mind. Mate, I fucking love it. I just love hitting you on the first and the second, third. Bang, 20,
Yeah, I do the same, Chris. First, second, third, and I'll even venture either 00 or black and red every now and then. And I hedge my bets. I always get double back what I put down.
Mate, I just put $20 on the first and the second, third all night, bro. I'll do that, and I'll always walk $700 up. It just takes a long time to win any money, though.
I'm not a big gambler. I was going to Queensland in 2013. I had $55 in my pocket when we got to Crown. I thought, I'm not spending pineapple. I'm going to have a pineapple in my pocket when I get to fucking Queensland so I can buy some beer. I put $5 on the table. Within 45 minutes, I shit you not, I gave my mum $200. I gave my cousin $150. I spent about $150 on drinks, and I still had $750 in my pocket.
Fucking giddy up. I remember in Afghan, bro, I made about $7,000 US, man, playing Texas Hold'em, mate. Going around to all the fobs coming in, and the pay clerk would come in and they'd withdraw like $1,000 or $2,000. You know, there's not much you can buy. But when the local dude comes in, he's trying to sell you fucking dodgy coke and cigarettes and shit and fucking ripped off DVDs and that. And I was really good at Texas. Like I've read like I don't know how many books of starting hands on the percentage of starting hands, how many hands you should be folding, you know, all that. I've read all that shit, and I was owning it, mate. And we had the $100 buy-ins, and these boys would just blow their money and another $100, another $100, another $100. Like they were like going, "You got to walk to your bed, you know, and, you know, you better watch where you go." And I just grab my 9mm and go, "What are you talking about? I got to watch where I go. Cunts, get the fuck out of here." You fucking doing?
It's funny, Chris. It's all rigged. The pokies. I got a mate that plays the pokies. I won't mention his name, but we were there the other night, and I don't really indulge. But it seemed to me, if you sit there and play small increments on a small increment machine, you're more likely to win $50. You're more likely to win $500. if you throw all your money in, get antsy, and you start $3-5 a hit, machine just goes, right, I'm taking his money because he's giving it to me.
Fuck, that's what I do when I go. I'm like fucking $5 bets. Fuck. Just try.
As soon
All
as
I do is get the
As soon as your leg starts doing this and you're fucking smashing the button, walk out.
spins.
All I know about pokies is that there's an algorithm to it, and that if you keep changing numbers and you keep changing that, and you've got to kind of stick with it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, look, some people tell you there's luck. I don't necessarily believe in luck, but luck is definitely a factor because you can walk up to a machine that you've just walked in, put $2 or $20 in and win a jackpot, or you could do what I used to do and go to the pub at lunchtime. The old man was a tragic, so I'd always put $50 in. I'd always walk away with more, but I'd watch people and they'd pump their money in and I'd feel bad, but it's like within 10, 15 spins, you get the free feature and you get all their money. Not
Yeah.
always, but, you know, I reckon I've won more than I've lost because I don't gamble.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm lucky.
I
so
like
quick
to
one, mate.
play. I don't know if you have it down south. We have it here. It's called Keno. And
There we go.
well, I'm having a feed with Mel. You know, we'll throw in 20 games, $1 a game, 4 numbers, and that's
I think
$120.
they've just made it so
We
you
won
can
that
play
fucking
Keno
night.
at home.
What's that, Jack?
They've just made it so you can play Keno on your phone at home.
Oh fuck! I haven't
They've
even looked
also
at it.
made Crown Casino an app now. You can play the slots from Crown Casino on your phone. That's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, no. I had my fix with the online pokies there,
That
and
was
it
fun.
is deadly. It is just too easy, man. Like, it's just like all you're doing on your phone is just pushing shit. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, fucking.
I think that
It's
takes
like the
the fun of
majority
it.
of the,
I think
majority of the
think
games, if you really think about it, all you're doing is that the whole time. You're just clicking the
Yeah,
fucking
it's literally
screen. You're
like
not
playing a
actually.
game on your phone. Like,
But
it's
bring it
just-
to your phone, I think, it's crazy. I mean, you should try and associate it with, like, when I go out, so it's still that part of, I'm going to have no out, I've got 100, 200, whatever your budget is, you know. Bring it back into your house and doing this, man. Oh, fuck, that could get dangerous.
Oh, look, like my friend, he had a problem, but we went out the other night and he set his limit. Obviously, I didn't know what the limit was, and he spent the limit. He lost the limit and he walked out. Like, if you do that, there's no problem with gambling. It's when you fucking sell your mum's house.
I was
You know?
sitting there one night with my missus, and I said to her, she wanted this handbag anyway. Long story short, I said, "Well, give me the last $20 to her name, and I'll win you the handbag." Anyway, long story short, I put it on the pokies on my phone. I fucking sat there and tapped away, and 10 minutes later, I sent her the money for the fucking handbag. But it was a fucking bluff. It was a 50. You know, I didn't know I was actually going to win.
Yep.
But
Have you guys ever played 2-Up on Anzac Day?
Mm.
When I was a kid with Dad.
Mate, you got to go one Anzac Day. It's the best. I don't know. Most RSLs should play it. The one here in Gympie, they start at 10 o'clock in the morning, bro. It's fucking, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
I love that.
I don't know if you fellas ever heard of it. In Melbourne here, there used to be an illegal casino, and it was like Squizzy Taylor themed. It was called Big Boys. It's now called the Big Boys Club. Or no, sorry, it was called the Big Boys Club. Now it's called Babes and Burgers. At a different venue. I went there when it was illegal. My mate got tattooed for 8 hours, so met all the staff, the DJs. I'm playing pool with the topless barmaids before they were topless barmaids. It was fucking insane. Roulette, 2-Ups, craps, poker. Yeah, till it got shut down. I mean, that was fucking crazy. In-house tattooing. You know, you'd have a few heads there you'd see. You know, whether they be patched members or people of the underworld now and then. But yeah, it was really good. It was a really good fucking place. No fights, no drama.
Yeah, sweet. That's the main thing.
But 2-Ups, you were saying 2-Ups. Yeah, we were playing 2-Ups all night. That was gross.
Yeah, hang on a sec. We got a new set. Let's grab it.
That's mine, motherfucker.
It is. I haven't opened it yet. I've got a new set ready to go.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the new. I don't know how good you can see that. Probably the light.
You good with a knife, Chris? You good at carving at all?
Oh, not really, bro. Only thing I really. Oh, fuck, that's a bit. No, I'm good at throwing them into trees and shit. I'm good at throwing knives and axes into trees, but I'm not. I've never really. I suppose I've whittled and shit and made mistakes and that, but I've never
Yeah.
made anything nice, though, Matt. Nothing that I could be proud of, you know.
I'm spewing. My grandfather, he was in a it was German soldier forced, but Wehrmacht, but he fucking was in a war camp for 12 years, and he handcrafted a chest set out of a mahogany fucking bunk bed, and I never got to see it. Never got to
Wow.
see it.
That would have been
He
amazing.
had a full 4D model in the 70s of the Melbourne airport with planes flying around. No, never got to see that. Fucking
Wow.
amazing, the shit that we, you know, things that used to be built, mate, by hand.
Yeah,
Right,
mate.
I'm off to bed. I'll talk to you all later on.
No worries, Jack, mate. I know you got to start early in the morning. Thanks for popping over and coming over. I appreciate it, brother.
No, you're
Have a good day, bro.
You too, bro.
Yep.
Enjoy,
Have a good
and I'll
day,
talk to
mate.
you later on.
For sure. I'm just seeing what happened to Woodsy. He wrote something here. Take care, everyone. Hey, BF. Cheers, Aussie Chick. Raz. Authentic. Hey, Dale. Bye, be good. Catherine, there's nothing. 4 million lost and nothing gained. Oh, Woodsy. Oops, pushed the wrong button. Anyway, have a good night, all. I'm actually going to bail. No worries, brother. Too easy. And Jordan. The thing is, these idiots that sit there hitting the button waiting for a feature, it's not gambling. It's you are just suiting it. Then you're not gambling, really. True. Take care, guys. Pokies are why I have childhood PTSD. I get dizzy hearing this shit.
Yeah, I
I remember
can't do
when
the
I sent
light.
Jack 10
They
bucks
bug
of
me
food.
out.
This is Jack's missus. I remember sending him 10 bucks for food, and he tried to double it on the pokies, and ended up getting a phone call for another 10 bucks. Hey, Justus, have you ever been to the Lost City in Gosford and the Glowworm Tunnel? The place is incredible. There is stuff there people have in their own backyard that they don't even know about. No, Jordan, I've never been there. I've heard about it, though. But no, I've never been there.
Matty in the middle.
Sorry, boys, my dog's front.
I didn't do that. It's just the way it ended up.
That's cool. I like that. He just popped out. It was like a slideshow.
Yeah.
He was like Moses. He just parted us.
I've just got it on that even, so it's all even, so it should just work itself out. I'm just glad you've come up, mate. I appreciate it, Matty.
Oh, it's so good to
Mate,
see you, Chris.
Matt.
I'll tell you something funny. I pick up on things, man, and I could sense that you were having a bit of a rough week. I don't know. I thought, no, there's a reason why we haven't seen you. There's shit going on, man.
Yep. Yeah, it was, bro. I had a
I hope
dark.
all good. I hope all good with your daughter as well. And yeah, here's to the future, brother.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's not bad. It's not fixed, but you know, it's just what it is, you know. I don't want to go into it much on this live, but
You're all right.
Yeah.
One day at a time, Chris. That's all you can do, mate.
yeah. So, yeah, just dealing with family and that my way. Usually, mate, when I start to go a bit dark, I seem to just withdraw. I get away from everything. I withdraw from my family, from everyone, my friends, everybody, and I just withdraw. I've got to learn not to do it, mate, and more talk about it. But I just sort of go. I just put the thing up, get the fuck away. Like I haven't been on YouTube since Tuesday or some shit, you know. I just left everything, mate. I just need to just, you know, just that time, mate, to think it through, and then I woke up. I felt a bit better today, and then when I seen you online and Jay, mate, I started feeling good and chirpy, and I'm like, here we go. I think I'm gonna fucking stream tonight and ask you to come on and have, you know, and just fucking chill on a Friday night. I mean, fuck. Look, and there's fucking free
100%.
Australian flags interview. What a
Well,
sight!
as you
What a
can see,
fucking
I stick
sight.
pretty close to Uncle Spud. His jam a lot of the time when you're not on, but yeah, fucking. It's funny, Jay, mate. When he's on in the morning, I straight away smile ear to ear. He's contagious, mate. He is. He's a good sort.
He's a good dude, bro. He's a real good dude. Awesome. Hey, Cloudscape Mysterio. Hey, brother. Good to see you.
You're not punching on with fucking Boise, are you? Poor bastard.
With who?
Oh, Boise, he got a bit heated under the collar the other night. He gets a bit hot under the collar. He's a lovable guy, but yeah, he gets a bit hot.
Oh, the real big lad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, mate. He's got a lot. He's gone through a lot of shit, man. So
Yeah. He's had
You
a
know?
rough ride, mate. He has had a real rough ride. I've got my family still, so I can't say shit, mate.
You okay, Bob?
Okay.
Yeah,
The
no,
only
me
thing
too.
I can say to people is if you haven't been through a life and death experience, I hope you don't go through it. But fucking life's a very special thing, mate. When you go through that and you live it, you get a second. You really appreciate it. You do, especially when you get to meet these sort of people. You know, it's not so much about sharing your story; it's about hearing others. That's what keeps you going. You know.
Fucking oath, mate. And like he was saying some pretty hardcore stuff that would be hard for a man to say, mate. You know? So like
Cheers, brother. I just
he got pretty intimate
life's too
about his
short.
childhood.
Yeah, life's too short. I don't hold back. I want other people to draw off it. I mean, I'm not here to be anyone's father figure or, you know, I'm no perfect role model. We're all human. None of us are perfect. But if it helps somebody younger than me, let alone my age or older, well, fuck, that humbles me, especially as a father. That's it. I couldn't say anymore. It's so humbling. Maybe that's what I'm here to do. Maybe that's a gift I was given by God to help my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking work. So, you know, I'm yet to find my calling, Chris, really.
Yeah, bro. I mean, fuck. I think, yeah, mate. I've met you and I've had a fucking great interaction with you, man. We've had some fucking phone calls and that. It's been grouse, bro. Same with Jack, man. Jack's a great guy, and J Mate, and like you said, Spider and Hookster. You know, and then you know, then I've got Jack and Woodsy and fucking fuck, what, Jordan, of course, that comes over. What's that? And Catherine and Aussie chick and yeah.
You, matey, fucking, there goes the hot chocolate. Because I got iron guts and I'll go grab a beer with you, mate. He's been pretty quiet. Where you from, brother? Where you holler from, mate?
Melbourne itself.
Bullshit, you're a Melbourne boy too. I'm near
Whereabouts in
Tulla
Melbourne?
Airport.
Eastern
Whereabouts?
suburbs.
Where?
Oh, nice.
Boronia.
Where?
Boronia?
Pena?
Boronia.
Brenya? I don't know that, mate.
Yeah, Bosnia.
Yeah, you know.
You're Bosnia. Boom.
Hey,
Nah,
did
Bahrain's
you-
alright.
hey, were
It's
you
fucking
guys
still part
watching?
of me.
Hey, were you guys watching the live I was doing with Paddo earlier?
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah, I was
when
watching a little bit.
did you see when my missus shot me in the face with the fucking crossbow?
Yeah, I commented. I said it would have been pretty awesome if someone got fucking shot in the eyeball with the fucking skewer.
She shot it from like 20 meters away, mate. Fuck, I didn't know what it was.
And you
This is a
served
hard.
in the army, and she's a crack shot, mate. That's unbelievable. That's fucking grouse.
Yeah, that's just from osmosis, mate, of listening to me over the years, you know.
I did see the clip with that with the bow. If she can hit a target with a bow, mate, not many people do that. Just the arm strength it takes alone fucking hitting a target.
Yeah, that bow can get cranked up to 75 pounds. It's not that, it's about 45, 50 pounds, but yeah, that bow can crank right up too, bro.
So fellas, if you're ever up at Uncle Sargy's house here and you fucking decide to piss off the missos, you'd want to fucking duck the right hook, yeah. Because if you pulled out that bow, can you imagine that hook? You'd have
bro,
your jaw reset in 5 places.
Mate, Mel's good with a butterfly knife, mate. Mel's good with a lot of weapons, mate.
That's scary. That's fucking scary. That is
You know.
scary.
Not if you mean.
Hey, look,
Oh.
people can handle themselves are scary, but knives, I don't fuck with anyone who knows how to use a knife.
Nah, mate, and unfortunately, there's a lot of knife crime this day and age, especially in the UK, and it's starting to sort of, I mean, like all the major incidences on TV the last 12 months is all these fucking knives. BBK don't take the accountability, but let's not bring that up. Good vibes only. But I don't know if I should join the army as soon as I turn 18. What do you think? Well, fuck, of course, I'm going to say yes, 100%. It was the best thing I ever did. Mate, best thing I ever did was joining the Defence Force. You know, it gives you purpose, it gives you meaning, a sense of belonging, a sense of pride, a sense of patriotism. It gives you military history. You start to embrace what the Anzac really is, and you become the Australian soldier that's so famous around the world that wears a slouch hat with their fucking left side turned up, and we all get the sunburnt left ear. We're famous for it, the sunburnt left ear, brother. But yeah, if I was you, mate, I'd get fit, join the army, wait and never look back. And even if you don't like it, 2-4 years, it's only going to set you up for success. You'll get some people skills, some good, just everyday world skills. You'll learn to be punctual. You'll be learn to be respectful. It's, I think it's a win-win myself.
It's funny you
Would-
say that. I remember in cadets, one of the army blokes that come. I can't remember his rank. He might have been a lieutenant even. He wasn't a major or anything. He had an ear missing, and the story was it got cut off. He had cancer, and that's what ended up being the moral. The moral of the story to teach everybody that you fucking left ear cops it because of our slouch hat.
Yep.
And he used to tell all the cadets, if you want to join the army, you better off cut off your left ear because you're going to have a cut off anyway. But realistically, it's just because he got a cancer, he got ear cancer. A lot of blokes get nose cancer. Look at Navy SEALs and fishermen, like Uncle Spud. I didn't actually know he had cancer until he told me, but yeah, it's very common.
Yep.
We're
It is,
Aussies,
bro.
mate. We cop the worst.
Yeah, and plus the worst thing is too that ozone layer they put a hole in was all the cans and pesticides that we're using in America and South America blew over here, bro.
Isn't it funny where it is, though? It's right over the top of us. It doesn't affect fucking a lot of people around. It's just Tassie, Melbourne, most of Australia, really. I think the East Coast cops are pretty bad. I think Tassie and Melbourne have got the brunt of it.
Yep.
I think it's situated somewhere over, I don't know, what is it, Antarctica, and it's the reflection of the sun on that angle. And I've noticed that since I was a kid, so I'm like 37 next month. I remember in the 90s, I wouldn't go red. I'd play out in the sun all day. We still buried ourselves. Now I can't put sunscreen on. It fucked with me. The sun burns me, or I go red. Yet if I come up where you are for 2 weeks, I go brown. I'm fine. So it has made a big difference. It definitely has something to do with it. The sun here without cloud cover is just a strong with cloud cover. The UV rays, it's fucked.
100%. 100. Yep. That's
My
the
nan
worst thing.
died 2 years ago, melanoma. She didn't go out in the sun at all. Fuck all. How do you explain that? That's what skin cancer is melanoma.
Yeah, 100%. Yep. When you go through Kapuka the last week, once you've done all your stuff the last week, you're just practicing the drill. So you nail your march out parade on the Friday, so we're just drilling them all week. And that's when the thing called the Kapuka smile, and guys wear the slouch hat, the chin strap comes to the bottom of your chin and up here. And when you're wearing it all day, every day, you take your hat off, you get this white line and this red face, and it's called the Kapuka smile, and they get the sunburnt left ear. So they just get a bit of smash, bit of Anzac straight into them, because they're always winding them out their ear off. Like, you go to the boozer, drink your beer, mate, and be proud of that fucking ear, just like you said, So,
you might be sore and burnt, but fucking you're a tough Aussie Anzac, or you're a son of an Anzac. Now you've become one.
100.
I said I don't regret things, and realistically, it would have been really cool to see what the other side of joining was, of signing that bit of paper and going, yeah, I'm ready. Because it's an adventure, it's a lifestyle. It's not just like I'm just signing up for a job.
It's no job, mate. Yeah, it's a full lifestyle. Like, you live, breathe as the army. You know what I mean? All your mates are army. You drink at army boozers.
Like I've thought about it recently. If my body wasn't broken and we didn't have the chance of going to World War III, I'd go tomorrow and become a recruit just to be able to do the training, go for a bit of trouble, get fit, really fit again, probably fitter than I've ever even been. And I was really fit before I had my accident, extremely fucking fit. That's why I'm still alive. But it is. So I say to any person, if you really think about it and that's what you really want to do, go for it, because fuck, you got the whole Australian, all of society plus the government backing you. You haven't just, got your mates beside you.
Mate, I'm surprised. Then each Anzac Day I see more and more people embracing it. It seems, mate. Like,
I think because people are trying to spread that rumor that it's going to die with this multiculturalism bullshit or whatever they want to try and say. They're getting patriotic. They have to. Look, I've never got up at 5 and gone to the shrine. I need to do it myself, mate. I've got Anzacs in my family. I haven't just got German immigrant. I had one dying in World War I in France. So, yeah.
Front, mate. Som, mate.
Another one, actually, I don't think it was him. I think another one stood on a landmine on Armistice Day. Poor cunt.
Oh, no.
lasted a couple of days and died. So fucking here's to them, mate.
I found out, you know that song fucking I Was Only 19 by Redgum?
Yes.
You know when he says, Frankie kicked the mine the day mankind kicked the moon?
Pick them in 1969.
Yep, Frankie is still alive to this day. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, they never actually said he died.
Yeah, I just found out. One of my mates told me that he's the president of one of the RSLs down in New South Wales, mate. He's actually still getting around.
Mate, you want to, you know what you want to do there? Go and have a beer with him and do it and see if he wants to do a podcast.
Well, I just happened to be coming up. My mate Smiley, I don't know if you've seen him give me shit the other night. Tom Smith, his name is on here.
Yeah, I caught that. I know what you're getting at. I caught that.
And he said that he knows the lead scout from the Battle of Long Tan, brother.
Wow. There wouldn't be many of them left.
No, mate. Well, I've met 3, and there was only I think 9 or 10 that survived the battle, bro. You know, the one of them, Shorty Brown, he's a Padre now, and he was one of my Padres, and I'm like, you know, what turned you into a Padre? And he goes, when I was in the Battle of Long Tan, mate, he goes, I made a deal with God that if he gets me through this, I'll dedicate every day of my life to him. And he got me through it. So, yeah, and he
I'm
became a
wondering if
Padre.
that's in a book. I've read something like that. I reckon it's probably his words quoted. That's amazing.
Yeah, Shorty Brown, yep. And I just think, mate, because, you know, 27 lads took on, you know, 1,200 odd VC, bro. You know, and you have that retrospect of them interviewing the VC commander that was in command of those men, and he thought he'd come against a whole division of Australian infantry dug in, bro. That's how
Yeah, and a lot of
hardcore.
people that don't do their research or know think it's just 2 groups of men on top of grounds running at each other and shooting tanks. No, they're entrenched. They got artillery. They got ground surface. They got, you know, airstrikes. There's napalm.
It was the first time a platoon commander. First time a platoon commander ordered a mortar strike on his own position, bro. And the mortarman wouldn't fire. And he's like, well, it doesn't matter if you do or you don't, mate. We're overrun, right? So I need to drop rounds in my position. He actually gave his lock stat from the following evening. He gave that lock stat to the mortarman, and they all hesitated. And he's like, we're in shell scrapes. It is what it is. Just fucking send them, you know? So first time someone at the mortar their own position, bro. You know, because 11 and 10 platoon were out of the battle. They were back here, and they were getting their ammunition and water and food, and they were leopard crawling forward through the platoon sergeants, and they were giving the ammunition to 12 platoon, while 12 platoon was taking the fight to them. And when they collected the bodies of Long Tan, mate, this has always stuck with me. They said most of the lads were killed in firing positions, mate. They had smiles on their faces. You know? But these cunts were fucking, you know, just getting amongst it, mate, owning these lads, you know?
Yeah, well, it's sort of like, it's a sort of a deep thought, you know, that's a real, if you want to think about it, it's a real deep thought, like, you know, as deep as, imagine how you'd feel if Jesus returned. Like, if you really thought about it, you'd know what they were really thinking because you'd feel it. You know what I mean? They were happy because they stopped the enemy there and then, even though they were dying, they died for their country. So somehow they were found with smiles. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, I think that was just that they get strength through each other, mate. You know, when I talk about it, it's easy to do hard things when you're not doing it for yourself. When you're doing it for somebody else, you can think about that, and it makes you. It's amazing what you'll do for somebody else, mate, but you won't do for yourself. You know, and it just takes that fear out sometimes. And you know, all those guys were relying like, I can't let him down. You know what I mean? And they're still having tomfoolery amongst each other and keeping a jesty mood whilst in one of the worst firefights of their lives. You know, pissing down rain 3 days in a rubber plantation. You can't get any fucking worse, mate. You know?
Well, not all of them. Imagine there would have been 1 in 1 million or, you know, 1 in every battalion. But us, from what I've heard, since World War II, the Aussies have taught the Yanks to sense of humour, to have a, you know, to be not just scared, to be fucking happy and funny about it. Because realistically, what does a human emotion do when they're nervous or you're fearful? You laugh.
Yep.
You can turn that into a power if you can harness that and go, we're going to shit ourselves, but we're going to fucking kill these blokes in the process. Blokes will start thinking about it and going, yeah, now let's fucking get them. Like you said, the bloke jumped into the pit when he did the Anzac thing, and he was that eager he slashed his fucking chin open.
Exactly, mate. You know, It up.
You've got it in them.
It is, mate. It is, and it's like I said, because I've been there, mate. It's some of the stuff I question if I could do for myself, but once I think if it's not for me and I'm thinking about my soldiers, bro, it's not even a question anymore. It's already done in my head. You know what I mean? So you can sort of. And when I went through the school of infantry, matey, I went through my platoon was long tan platoon too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
it's
remember you
not
saying
my
that. It's a
my-
reputation I have to live up to. That's a
Hard, mate.
perfect example. We
Hard,
can't have
mate.
any substandard. We can't have any substandard. If you're a chicken shit and you can't, die in battle and honour, then you're not fit for this. Because that's
And
the thing that young people have to realise. There's a great side to the Army, the Navy and the Air Force, but there's a good possibility that you might have to sacrifice yourself. So if you're not the type of person that can go in a battle and smile because you're going to save everybody else, I think you better go and find another job. Or maybe something else in the Army, like a medic or whatever it is. It's a bit sorted for you, but yeah, we need special people for that, Bruce. That's why I commend you and many people like yourself, because it takes very special people to do what you've done. Fuck, I couldn't do it. I didn't do it.
Nah. See, the problem is, mate, you could, mate. I know you could. You just
I probably could, but
I couldn't
didn't.
focus on myself. But when you're focused with your tight mates, bro, you do anything for them, when you're in that situation. And plus, you've been tested a few times before you get there, so it's not as if. Having said that, though, I have had a fucking dude I had to send home straight away, mate, because he couldn't get out of his head. He was going to fucking die, bro. He goes, I've got to go home. We're going to die here. We're going to fucking die. We're going to fucking. And he was one of my corporals. I went, fucking bang. I said, what the fuck, cunt? Your soldiers out there that need you. Come on. Think about them. He's like, I'm sorry, Goody, I can't. We're going to fucking die in this hole. We're going to fucking die. And I was like, holy fuck. So I had to send him home, mate, within a week or two, Had to get rid of him, and the boys were giving him shit. I went straight down there and said, "Shut the fuck up!" I said, "How horrible he feels right now. He got over here, and then he found he hasn't got the medal for it. He hasn't, you know what I mean? He can't do it. He can't even do it for us, mate. So leave him fucking alone. No one could be worse than him himself right now, So I protected him, man. I took him down to I rang the boys and said, "I'm sending a cunt back to Dubai, bro. We're going to get with this. He's got an RDA back to Australia. He's no good." And I just said to him, I said, mate, by the time we get back, you should fucking put your discharge in, bro, because this obviously isn't for you, mate, But I feel bad for the cunt, bro. At first,
Of course, you don't want him to go home and fucking, like you said, you stopped him. You can't have him go home and kill himself because of the fucking, he can't handle the thought of being a failure or not fitting in, or, and that's probably the biggest, some of the biggest problems with men. Fitting in or being able to talk about their problems or deal with those sorts of issues. They can't. They just go, fuck it. I'm worthless. Nobody loves me. I'm not anything to anybody. To my family, I'm no good. So then they just end it, and it's fucking sad. Because a lot of people do love them, Yeah. That's the thing.
Mate,
your mates will love you especially.
I've had a soldier come up to me, mate, on Monday morning and literally said, Goody, I'm thinking of fucking, necking myself to Sabi. I just, I've been in the war zone, man, living with all the boys, because you're living tight as, mate, 9, 10, 11 lads within, a room where you should only usually have 3 people, we're just living on top of each other in these containers that are like bomb-proof. And it's like, 9 months. So you can imagine the bonds that are being made. And then he gets ripped out of the war zone. We all go back to our normal lives, and he goes back to his house where he's living by himself, mate. So now all of a sudden he's in an empty house every night, mate. And he's just getting depressed because the boys are not there now. They've got their wives, and some of them have gone on holidays. And, he rang me one night blind, and I went round his house, bro, and he was in a bad way, mate. Derek Bankovic, his name was. Yeah, mate, he was. Yeah, I stopped him, And plus, I just finished doing a suicide prevention. What's it called? Suicide assist prevention course, so I could spot signs in my soldiers. You know what I mean? That were coming back, so I could, you know what I mean. Look for guys that were dropping off a bit, just because I've lost a couple of mates since we got back, mate. It's suicide, and the motherfuckers do it. They kill themselves on Anzac Day too, bro. All my mates have done it 6 o'clock Anzac morning, mate. So it hurts even more,
That's hardcore, mate.
It is hardcore.
Look, that's something that haven't been too directly affected by it, but we did have a mate go AWOL when he came back, and I'm not sure where he is these days, but he wasn't in a good place, man. And I think it was only about 24. I think he was 22 when he left, so he must have done a tour or two. His name was Cannon, actually. And yeah, he wasn't the same when he come back, and a lot of blokes come back and they just go quietly kill themselves in a dark corner. It's fucking horrid. Because they're people who served our country and they get sort of dropped through the cracks.
It's
I
mate,
won't name by who or what, but yeah, there's a few people to blame and or corporation or whatever you want to say, and it's horrid. It is. It's not nice at all.
Well, it's hard, mate. They're trying to work out when you come out of your rotation on deployment. They're trying to work out the best way for us to integrate back into civilian street. So they've tried different methods. They call it decompression period. You know, they've tried different decompressions. They've tried where they just come back. They built this 1 acre by 1 acre fucking like fence with the old army tents, 11v11s. You would have seen them in cadets.
Yeah.
So heaps of those, and they gave all the boys 8 beers each, mate, and just let them get amongst each other for 2 weeks. That was horrible. They ended up crawling out, mate, and punched on with all the raffies and fucking. We nearly set fire to the bro. It was like, oh, this is horrible. And then we did it back in Australia.
Them and the raffies, fuck. Would have been a bloodbath.
Yeah, because when you come into Dubai, because it's a massive airbase, it's predominantly raffies, bro, that run that joint. You know what I mean? It's like all raffies, all the army guys mostly, do the 3. Because when you land, you got to do like a you got to do all these tests before you can get on the plane to go into Afghan. You got to be able to apply a tourniquet to all your limbs with your non-master hand. You've got to be able to do all these first aid tests and CPR and all these fucking things you've got to go through. Weapon TOTs, you've got to zero your weapon. You've got to do LF6 again, LF18 before you can even get on the plane to go back into Afghan. And it's all run by raffies, mate. There's probably 800 raffies running Dubai. And at 4 o'clock, they stop and get in the civvies and drive in like they're in Brizzy, bro. They drive into town and go to some of them, like some of the raffie chicks have put in leave apps over the weekend, and they're going out in the Dubai stands having these where they get their hair and their nails done out in the fucking sand dunes in these fucking 6-star tents. And I'm like, they should stop this, because you've got all us lads coming in from Afghan, mate, seeing this, and these cunts are whinging about how they can't go out, shopping tonight because we've just arrived and they've got to put our weapons in the armory, because once you get off the plane there, they take our weapons off us because we're in Dubai now, which is weird because you've had 2 weapon systems, mate, on you for fucking months, and they take it away from you for the first time. It's so, you'll be sitting at lunchtime and everyone's going, oh, fuck, where's my weapon, where's my gat? It's just all these weird.
You feel naked. What is that? Are you talking about knife and rifle, or sidearm and rifle, or
sidearm, mate? So I had a Browning 9mm high power, and with 13 round magazines, and that was my sidearm, bro, and obviously my Steyr. But I used to just run a normal sight on that. You could get ACOG, all these different sights, but I'm old school, bro. I just needed your sight, mate.
Well, could you have a choice of what sidearm you wanted?
Not really. The option is really if you get a sidearm or not what sidearm. Okay, It depends on where you are in that, whether you qualify. Like a normal, say, an infantry soldier within a section, he won't have it. He won't have a sidearm. He will probably, one of the boys carry a 66 or an M79. Even though some of the Steyrs have got the M203 grenade launchers on the bottom, I would still carry the M79. The M79. I've got a video on my thing of me firing the M79 grenade launcher. We call it the Wombat gun.
Yeah, I love them. In games, I love them. They're great.
Yeah, I love them. They're great. They're awesome in real life. Yeah, fucking oath, they're sick, mate. Yeah, no, they're good fun. Those things.
They look like they'd be well balanced to hold when you shoot the projectile.
Yeah, they're great, mate. and they're pretty quiet. It's just like, it's like
I love it.
Yeah, that's it. And,
it's like a reverse vacuum cleaner. That's why I love them. You just walk up to someone, they're standing there, you creep up behind, go boom in the back of the head. The explosion's this far from you, but it doesn't matter because it just sends a line across the sandbox that you're playing in.
Yeah. Oh, Julian, mate. Hey, bro. Chris, mate, good to see you, I guess. We were just talking about you before, brother. Fucking thanks for coming over. I don't think what about Mel with a bow? Me with a bow. Oh yeah, Jack was telling me about his bow story. He was 10 meters away from the target. And he said somehow with a broadhead arrow, he shot it up over the target. It went through the next door neighbour's fucking shed roof, and he was in there doing something at his workman bench, and he had a broadhead arrow come in through his shed and go bung right next to him in his fucking bench. He called the coppers. The coppers have got this arrow going. And Jack reckons he's only 10 meters in front of the target. I think I told the story right, Jack. Tell me if I didn't. But he was telling me that earlier. G'day,
So
mate.
you
Wake
say
up, Matt.
Jack shot it and Woodsy was in a roof.
No,
Fuck,
no.
what are the odds of that?
No. Woodsy, no. Jack was shooting it, and it went through the next door neighbour. Or some other dad. It wasn't Woodsy. And he was working.
Sorry.
Yeah. He was working in his shed, and it just like, that's why guys rung the coppers, because his arrows come busting through his roof. And they're walking, and the coppers are walking up to, where Jack was at. You guys are shooting this? No, it wasn't us. And Jack's like, I look like a real fuck, was only 10 meters away. Fuck, I thought he was asleep, but then he took a swig. Someone's talking at the other mats. Wake up. Tony B, not on before Matt. Disease. 100%. Chris, mate, good to see you. Hi, Jay, mate. Good, Catherine, I'm back. Hey, Jules. Don't cut him short, Woodsy. He's going to get his second wind in a minute. Fuck, maybe not.
Sorry, I didn't see a comment. I'm way behind. I didn't realise there was 37 comments. Too busy having fun.
I'm off to bed, lads. Been since 5 a.m. All right, Matt. That's why he was quiet, bro. He's been up since 5. G'day, Woodsy Aussie from Julian. There's the second win. Ha, bye, Matt. Ahoy, J, mate. Banana Farmer, Clouds. Technically, the Yanks. What is this? Technically, the Yanks are just people from New York and New York State. Some Americans might take offence to the word Yanks, especially if they're from another state. Hey, Jordan, do you know why in the Army we call them Yanks, mate? Because I used to call them Yanks because it rhymed with septic tanks. So we used to call them Seppos. We used to call them Seppos, but we'd call them septic tank, you fucking Yank. That's what we used to say, bro. So, but that makes sense.
It's been handed down too. Like my grandfather, his father served in World War II or Guinea, World War II, and they always say Yanks. So it's a bit of racism that sort of trickled down. It's funny because I'm German. I've got people on both sides. Not that my grandfather fought willingly, but what's the difference? Who fights willingly in war? Even a volunteer, like it's a war. Someone's got to go and fight the fucker, or we might not have sovereignty. We might not have safety or freedom.
The Germans were a fucking awesome army, mate. They were a mad army. And Rommel, like how you're talking about Aussies having that jovial and that fucking tenacity and that dog-eared fucking fight about them. Rommel, mate, when he knew the Aussies were coming into battle or fight against the Germans, he would sneak off to the side flank and take photos of the. He was obsessed with Australian infantry soldiers, mate, and he would take photos of them and the German soldiers were scared of us coming because of the way people were like yahooing and telling jokes and Banjo Patterson and Henry Lawson poems as you're running into battle, bro. Like it's fucking insane.
I could imagine my vision of the difference would be Germans running, and they look scary. Their uniforms were scary. Their machinery was scary. They were 80 years advanced in technology. Them running over the top with an M60 or whatever, or Sten guns, I'd fucking shit myself if I was a Yanker. That's what they did. But the Aussies are different. They'd laugh and run at them and shoot and run with a knife. Yeah, you got a gun. They're mental. Aussies are fucking. What's the coin? The phrase we all coin these days. You're a sick cunt. You're a mad cunt. You're a mad bastard. That's what those blokes. Yeah, they might have been saying things a bit more proper, but yeah, they still called each other's mad bastards. They were. We all think we're crazy. Have any of us run over the top of a fucking hill or out of a trench straight at machine gun fire? No, I haven't. That's probably the craziest you can get.
Well, the Rats to Brook, mate, they'll give them called the Rats to Brook from the Germans because the Yanks and the Brits, mate, lost it. And then the Australians came in there, mate, and the Germans couldn't get rid of them, mate. That's what they said. They're like living in the side of the hill like rats. And so the Australians decided to take that on as a sense of fucking
Fuck you.
Yeah, like not fuck you, like we'll take that on and own that because we are the Rats to Brook, like fucking come and move us out, cunt. You can't, You know, so the Rats of Tobruk, man, you know, that's another mad story. The Battle of Kapyong in Korea, you know, that's another mad story. The Somme, bro, I love Australian military history, brother. I'm all over it from like World War One to current.
Or even look at the Sabre jet. That was our jet. Everyone wanted to use it at one stage. End of the Korean War, wasn't it?
I'm not familiar with the Sabre jet, Matt. Not familiar with it at
I'm
all,
pretty
bro.
sure, yeah. I love my planes. I'm pretty sure it's a Sabre jet. I'm pretty sure it was Australian made, designed, and it was very, very quick.
Yeah, right.
I think it was quick. Yeah, used to catch the MiGs. I think the MiGs were the quickest thing going then.
Yeah, wow.
But, yeah.
No,
But yeah,
wasn't
we've got some huge history for such a small continent in terms of military in such a short amount of time. In what, not even 300 years.
It's insane, mate.
And I mean,
it's-
America's not much different, but we haven't got 52 states. We don't have Mexico at the bottom of us or Canada at the top of us. You know, what I mean, we're tiny. What do we fit into Texas? Don't we?
Hey,
Don't we fit into Texas or something? Doesn't Australia fit into Texas? That's how small we are
No.
compared to.
no,
Was it something-
not at all. No, mate.
Was it something-
Australia is probably a little bit bigger than America, brother. In the mess in Iraq, we had a map of USA and a map of Australia superseded over the top of it. Okay, and when the Great Australian Bight is where Texas is. But if you take Florida, that fills in that bit there, and the tip of Queensland went right up into Canada, mate. So it's actually Australia is one of the biggest land masses in the world, buddy.
What is that? Is that sort of how? Is that just because you joined the maps, or is that sort of where we? Is that what we used to fucking be joined to?
No. It was just people from Australia and America just showing you the sides of the country superimposed.
Yeah. So they overlap the maps. Yeah. No, that's awesome. I was always see that's the shit they teach you in school. I was made to think even from primary school that where our geography is much smaller.
Now, from Brisbane to Perth is similar. New York to LA, very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, as in distance, different country, but about the same distance. Yeah, that's what I mean. And America's got 320 million. America has an extra 320 million people as well, bro. We only got 26 million. There's 360 million of those motherfuckers, bro.
And the majority of the country has guns too. They're militarized in some way at a young age.
Actually, I was watching a documentary the other day on how many of the countries that have guns per 100 people. And I think the second highest was one of the Eastern European, like Romania or Tajikistan, one of those weird around Russia, Afghan, where it's 1 in 50. So out of 100 people, 50 of them have a rifle at home. That was the highest in the world. And then America, listen, mate, in America, it was one person had something like 12 guns per person or something. And it shows that why America would be the hardest, even if the military failed, that would be the hardest place to take is that the actual citizens are gunned up fucking hard, bro. Like, they had more guns per person. And you got to remember, too, with AK-47s, you know, there's enough AK-47s being made that every person on the planet can have 7 each.
Fucking hell. And that's what's been found. There's plenty buried, plenty. You know what I mean?
Mate,
There's
still
plenty,
making
you know?
The Kalashnikov are still making the AK-47 right now, brand new. It's got Picatinny rails and everything. It's a mad gap.
And I imagine the Chinese are still trying to make the whatever they can, which is, didn't they used to have didn't they make a knockoff of the back in the day of the AK?
Yeah, mate, they knock off everything. They've got to
Taiwan.
knock off M4.
Yeah.
I think they also have the AK-47 and the AK-74. And the AK-74 is a 5.56 version.
That'll blow a hole in you. You're nothing left here. You'll be in half.
Yeah,
It's scary.
what to say? It says, I think it's also from the Yank song Yankee Doodle Dandy. How are you, big man? I thought I would have listened for a while. I have my KFC. Hey, Aussie, how you going, pug? Back with
This made me hungry.
Laugh out loud. Check out the Style Org H bar. They look awesome. H bar. What's that, Jordan? Is that a site that goes on the Picatinny, mate, or is there a different? I haven't really looked at that. I saw the Style MH2, but I think I actually carried that into Afghan myself, mate. It was a fucking good gap. Oh, fuck, it was a good gap. Texas fits into Queensland. Yeah, that's right. Texas fits into Queensland. That's right.
Wow. It's good to it's good to know that. Fucking oath.
And it says here Texas fits
I like
into
learning
WA
stuff like
3.5 times. No,
I
Australia
know
is
from what my
huge.
dad said, because he's originally from Germany. I think he said Germany's that small you could drive around it in less than a day or something, compared to like Victoria where it's huge.
Oh, mate, when people from Europe come to Australia, bro, and they travel, they just have no idea. You know what I mean? Because I'm the first generation in my family born in Australia. My dad was born in Yorkshire, and my mum was born in London, mate. And they came over as immigrants, right? And I was the first Aussie born in Wales in Australia. And yeah, when we have fucking heaps of family from England come over, mate, they just wins the whole fucking time from the minute we pick them up from the airport. How far is it? It's 2 hours. 2 hours? I can get to Wales in 2 hours? Oh, this is fucking... The whole fucking 6 weeks, I'm like, God, we need to get rid of these fucking cunts. No wonder they called Whinge and Poms, bro. They whinged about everything. The air conditioning wasn't
too
cool
hot.
in the pub. I was like...
Where are
"Ah."
you taking me? Scotland?
And they were going to nice too. Like, I don't know if you know the Sunshine Coast up here, mate. They were in Coolum Beach, bro. Like one of the choicest spots on the planet, bro. Like, you know, Coolum, Perigian, Maroochydore, Clown, you know, that
I
bit of
was going to say I've been to Maroochydore. I'm pretty sure it's close to that, isn't it? And that's beautiful.
Yeah,
But
Maroochydore and
I'd
Coolum.
probably prefer what you said because Maroochydore has a lot of snakes. Where the fucking cane fields.
Yeah, the cane fields. Yeah, once you get back off the coast. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we
my
had a mate that lived up. Yeah, sorry.
My sister lives in Maroochydore.
Yeah, I was only 9 when I went up there, but I remember it was beautiful. Fucking bats everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Hanging off the power line, dead and shit. Yeah.
I'm just grabbing my apparatus, mate.
That's the good thing about Queensland. The wildlife isn't really too fucking affected by anyone.
No, it's pretty chilled up here, you know, like once you start going right past Rocky, they reckon there's some mate, actually cunts have told me there's crocs in the Mary River, which I find that hard to believe because that's here. The Mary River goes through Gympie, bro.
I don't know. I've heard the salties and the bull sharks are moving down south. That's because the water's getting warmer. And it wouldn't surprise me because I'll be honest with you, I don't swim in any fresh water now, especially if it's murky, because how far bull sharks go up. Plus there's snags and all the other shit. But the further north you go from Melbourne, especially over the New South Wales border, I wouldn't be fucking swimming in any water. I don't trust it. If it's a pool, yeah, sweet. If you said there's nothing in there, I know there's nothing in there and it's a billabong or something, no problem. But if there's any chance of a salty or a bull shark being in there, no thanks. All you have to do with bull sharks is tap the water. I've seen a video, the guys are in a boat and people are swimming or whatever he says. And he puts the sounder on, taps the water, and there's like 18 sharks come up and one of them's fucking pretty big. It's like 13 or 14 foot, he reckons, on the sounder. Yeah, a whole school of them. And all he does is just do that lightly in the water a couple of times. And then he waits a good minute, does it again, and they just popping up. I'm like, yeah, fuck that.
That's nuts. And I think bull sharks, aren't they blind? Don't they taste by taking a bite first? I think.
Oh, you're probably right, but even then, they're hunting a pack. So once one bites you, it's a frenzy, and they're all got jaws like this. So even the baby ones, you're gone. That's it. You're dead.
Fuck that, mate.
I love water. I love the ocean. I love fishing, but I don't fuck with certain things. I respect it.
Yeah, fucking too right, bro. Like,
if you said to me, do you want to go to Whyalla and swim with the great whites in a cage? I probably would do it once in my life. But if you said, oh, do you want to go swimming here and it's fridge, no thanks. I'm not going to go and hang in your fridge. You probably won't be fucking very happy.
Yeah. Fucking too right, mate. Yeah, no,
Yep.
yeah, fuck the old bull sharks. They're dangerous, mate. Don't worry about the great whites and the tiger sharks. It's those ones lurking in the fresh water, mate, because they can come from salt and hide up in these little estuaries that are inland is perfect for them, bro. They've got no predators up there.
Look at Darwin.
They're
They got a couple of different species of shark up there that are in the freshwater. I think the Fitzroy shark, which are like a bull shark. So you wouldn't want to be fucking around. Then you got salties, got freshies.
Don't worry, you're gonna eat me.
What's that? Give you a lighter, love? Can't find a lighter. Just grabbing a drink and shit, mate. Hey?
I could call him. I call him my uncle. Dad's very close mate. He lives in Darwin these days, and I was going to go up there. I want to go up there and live, but as much as I want to go up there and live there, he's the only person there. Whereas Queensland, I've got a lot of people I know in Queensland. So
Thanks, babe. Yeah. Plus, mate, Darwin's next level with the humidity and that, man, and the wet season there. It's fucking crazy,
I'd love
bro.
to, Chris. I'd love to go up there and stay there for a bit. Maybe buy a property because it'd probably be a lot cheaper than anywhere else. Especially what I want. I want something pretty basic and rural, even like a kid home, and you add on to it. Could always go and buy something that I like. In Queensland as well. I don't have to go. I don't want extravagant shit. I just want a couple of blocks of land with some normal stuff, and I'll build on it. I'll add to it, mate.
Yeah. This is a kid home, Matty. Melanite.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, fucking oath.
You know, 32 grand this fucking home was, bro. You know, we just had to build it.
I've built stuff like cool rooms and that, so, you know, and I've built the heavier end, you know, being an ex-boiler maker, so I know how to do a lot of stuff like that, so it's not hard.
Yeah, good. Don't ask us.
This is a massive house too. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 182 square meters. So if you want something like just a little 2-bedder, you'd probably get something like, because we went through Meccano, probably get something
Well,
even, you know.
realistically, what I'd really like to do is have something like that and maybe just build a couple extra rooms, so if I have a guest come up and they want to stay in the house, if they don't want to camp, you know, some people actually, you know, we all know those one or two people that go, nah, mate, I bring me swag, or I'm sleeping in the tent. They just prefer it. So, but yeah, I've got a daughter too. So, you know, if her friends want to come and stay, or a little brother, her stepbrother, or I just call her brother, but yeah, you know, like otherwise modest, you know, like you probably have a Canara that's too fucking hot for the house. So you got to open the windows like my grandparents used to do. Have the nice cold draft coming in the back door and the heater making you sweat.
Those windows are open.
My mum was laughing when I told her that. She thought it was great because she said the same thing. She goes, "It sounds like your grandfather used to just have the back door cracked." And you know what? It was actually really good. You never be too hot and too cold, mate. But the bastard, he'd always over fucking load the fucking cunt with too much wood. And we're not talking about pine, we're talking about red gum or hardwood. He'd throw that in there and you'd be, oh, pop, no, I'm going to sleep in the shed.
That's what I buy. I burn ghost gum, mate. It's just burns clean and hot, mate.
I'm glad you burn it. It fucking wrecks everyone's houses and cars and that shit. For those who don't know, ghost gums, they get water heavy, and they're a species of gum that knows they just drop limbs.
Yeah.
So people who don't know come from overseas and they go and camp near the river and there's ghost gums when there's normally not. It's usually river gums, and they fucking get decimated by a branch overnight.
Yeah, mate, that's a big thing, man. You got to look up before you pick your farter spot, bro. Fucking oath, mate. Widow makers are a real thing. I don't know how many times in the middle of the bush I've been sleeping and you just hear fucking crack.
Oh, yeah. And you have to really look, because some of the trees blend in with them because they're that sort of whitish grey. You don't see them.
That's Melbourne. Mel's been fucking around with some masks.
Does the comments always give it away for you, Chris?
The what?
Oh, Aussie chick is still here. I thought she said good night and she was going to bed. I'm confused. I'm just so smart. How are you in chat? Sorry, guys. I'm not looking at the comments at the moment.
Well, Anna said that last week. She said on Saturday, tomorrow, she'd fucking come up on the screen and have a chat. She's waiting
Come
for a
on, Anna,
coffee.
jump up.
I remember.
Don't put all the pressure on me.
It says, has anyone ate a croc burger? I heard it tastes like chicken. Mel said she's drinking crocodiles. Great. They'd be more like duck, bit chewy. I might go to KFC Tuesday. I got to pay some rent for what's good at the KFC. Only been a few times in Rocky, Queensland. Aussie chick, it's finger looking good. Tiny homes that are movable are 70 grand.
Yeah.
How to, but
I
was
wonder where
good.
Spuddy is tonight. I thought he would have jumped over and said g'day.
No, I thought two, bro.
But he has been grinding pretty hard. Maybe he's having a rest.
Yeah, because he drinks a few beers through the day too, so that would fucking wreck you a little bit towards the end of the night.
Yeah, I reckon he's a bit of a camel. He can hold him.
Oh, fucking oath, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I've been on his stream one night where he'd passed out and there was like 3 people I didn't know talking on his screen.
He's dead set.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
He was like this, mate. He was just like this with his hood. And there's just 3 people away. He was just asleep in the corner.
That's crazy.
I thought it was
You know
mad.
what? That's cool because he's that comfortable. He can sleep on stream and people are still cool. That's awesome, man. Good on you guys. You're most vulnerable when you sleep. You can't fucking terrorize anyone when they're sleeping. It's nasty. It's not very nice. You can draw dicks on them, just don't fucking terrorize them.
Yeah, I've drawn some dicks on some dudes in my time, bro. Fucking oath. Oh. Should see what they did this one poor cunt, mate, the day before he got married. Oh, bro. They shaved his head. They shaved his head, bro. They dyed his skin blue. Mate, they were blind. They were trying to shave his nuts for him, mate. They're like, we're going to do you a favour. And they had him tied down the boozer, mate, ripped his jacks off him. And these cunts are drunk and they got a razor and they're shaving his nuts for him. And this cunt's screaming because this dude cuts his ball sack and it just starts pissing blood. And he's like, ah! And then this motherfucker comes over and puts on it, mate. You should have seen. Mate, he was getting married at 11 o'clock the next morning. Oh, mate, his family and his missus, mate, he was blue with no hair. He was all busted up. His dick and balls are bandaged, mate. It was so
I was
bad.
going to say, was he standing there twitching, holding his nuts?
Oh, mate, he was so bad. Jordan reckons I've seen some of those shipping container homes that people have chucked about 6 together, put a roof on it, and the clattering on the outside, you wouldn't fucking know. Yeah, no, there's a few people that build container houses here where I live.
And that also costs just as much as building a brand new home.
It
You know what
does, it
actually
does.
I wouldn't mind doing in Queensland, Chris? If it can be done, I could do it myself quite easily. It wouldn't take too much, big machinery. Have you seen the houses where you mould them into the ground? So you're living at ground level, like the house is in ground level, and then the grass grows over the roof, so you'll have wildlife eating on your roof and stuff. So if you
That's
live where
fucking
deer are, yeah, I'll have to find the particular video where the couple have done it. So it's like an eco home. So it's a normal home, but it's just, if you can sort of get that'd be really cool. It would be really cool. It would be.
Oh, that's like having a live, like a live places integrated with your surroundings. I mean, I think that's fucking mad. Mel's mum and dad
to a
built a
point,
house.
it's almost like a hobbit's house, you know what I mean? The way that they've got their house. But it's good to an aspect too, because we have strong wind, and if you have strong wind, you're not going to have your house blown, or you're not going to have things hit your house because it's under the ground or ground level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already doing that in Cooper Pedy and that, right?
Yeah.
Out there,
Yeah, and the warmth. I mean, I plan myself to bury shipping containers just to grow food in hydroponically, just so I can have filtered clean air, and if anything goes wrong in any circumstance, flood, drought, nothing affects it.
Yeah, fucking
Nothing
too right.
affects it. And then once
Hang
you've
on.
grown, anything you've grown turns into compost.
I just got to turn my ceiling fan down. I can't light my lighter.
How are we, chat? I hope you're all having a good Friday night. Sorry I haven't really been interactive with the chat. I am stoned as.
Oh, look, here's what my my best mate out here just popped in, Dale Ryan. Oi, brother. Oh, Dale, you probably not know, but I'll drop the link up. If you click on my link, mate, you can come up in the chat if you want to have a chat, Dale. He's a fucking real character. I'll try it now because I haven't done it for a while either.
Yeah, why not? Jump up, Dale. I've got to get me charger too. Give me a sec, Chris.
Yeah, you're right, mate. All right, so that link should come up, Dale. Okay, if we go to the bottom, holy fuck, I'm way behind. Oh, damn. Fuck. Okay, so let me read some of this stuff. It's sugar salt. $20 is too much. I never go bed early. Yes, it is, mate. If I was in Melbourne, it's go to Nando's Chicken to get the snow chicken. I don't know what that is, banana. $20 is $20. I'm running out of data. Oh no, not running out of data, man. You fucking tell your next door neighbours to turn their hotspot on, bro. Go live next Saturday night. Laugh out loud. Yeah, of course. Ripper Billy was live all week. I dropped in for a bit and he was streaming until like 4 or 5 in the morning. Oh fuck. I like these lives better. Just us when it's on your channel. Oh, thanks. How to? I appreciate it. Milkman, how you going, cunt? What's going on, cunt? Here he is. He's here. Spudley, Ripper Billy, you legends. How are you, legends? Much love. You know, Ripper Billy from Gladstone. You know, it's all about love. That's Spudley, bro.
Ripper Billy, Spud.
Ripper Billy,
oh,
lad.
Wow. Synchronized fucking love hands.
Hey, Billy Ripper. Hey, Spud. Speaking of Rippy Billy, Milkman, no rest for the wicked Spud. Bong on, Spud. BF, where's Neen Chicken? What's that link there?
I must have summoned him, huh?
Hey, Catherine, is that a link to your young fella? It is, yeah. So everybody, that link that Catherine put up, her boy is 16. I think he just made it in the top 20 Australian races on a motocross bike up in the Finks Desert Race. So shout out to him. How to why? Aussie chick, you want KFC? Melbourne Central, there's one box here. Hill, there's a few.
Copy, Catherine, I'm going to check it out.
I'm sorry in
100%.
advance if you end up addicted. But you have to know where the name is. Who's Dale? You'll see if he comes on. I'm like Gollum with the ring over the snow chicken.
Come on, Dale, jump up, mate.
So Dale, see where I've got Just Us and it says StreamYard, mate? If you click on that and then enter thing, you'll come up on the screen if you want to, bro. Dale is like one of the maddest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. He's just a local boy. He was brought up Mount Druitt area, mate. Hardcore for him. You know, he's done about 10, 13 years in jail. But he's still he still dabbles, mate. You know, he just but he's loyal to me and my missus, mate, because his son and my daughter were seeing each other for 7 years, so we become brothers, we're family. You know, and you know, and he had done some shit like, if you look up Glenwood shooting, he shot his next door neighbour up, mate, about 3-4 years ago with a shotty. And fucking yeah, it was pretty hectic. And he, you know, ended up coming over here, and I looked after him, and he had to go to jail. And yeah, anyway, he's a fucking mad cunt, bro. He's a fucking mad cunt.
Sounds like he had a kind of a neighbour.
We shot he shot his dad's best friend when he was 14, mate, with a shotgun through a thunderbox. His dad's mate was dobbing him in and getting him in trouble for stealing cars and shit. So he grabbed his dad fucking under and over and hit out the thunderbox, thinking that he's gonna blow the metal thunderbox away, and this cunt's gonna fall in the shit, right? And he's got it with buckshot too, not birdshot. And as this cunt shot down, mate, it's just shot through the metal, and that's just turned into shrapnel and has ripped this cunt's fucking calf apart. He's like 14 years old or something like that, Dale. I remember you telling me, bro.
That's hectic.
Jem, subscribe, Just Us. Thanks, Jem. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. It's always a good time over here. We'll talk about anything and everything. Smash the like button. Hey, Jem, thanks. Jem, thanks for subscribing. Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, awesome, guys. I appreciate you supporting me there. That's mad.
It's fucked. I'm spewing on shave, Chris. Not only is it cold, but I look like a 14-year-old that's trying to grow a mo.
It looks like you put some milk on that. The cat'll lick it off. No,
Give it a
I'll
week
be
or two,
mate.
it'll be back.
Mate, I got away with not shaving properly till I was like maybe my early 30s, bro. I just, like I couldn't grow a mo or anything. Fucking mate, that's good because out bush I only have to shave every 3 or 4 days rather than every day.
I'm not fucking unproud to say the same thing, mate. I don't think I went through fucking second stage of adult puberty until I was about 27, just before I had my accident, because I went into hospital and I had a little goatee like I do now, a bit thicker mo, sustainable. But I went into hospital and after 2 weeks I come out and it was almost as thick, not as long. It was probably only about that long, but really thick. Hey, Hooks! To the point where my mate made me shave it off, and he goes, "Oh, there's a siege in Roxburgh Pass." He was calling me a terrorist. And then the next year, I grew it for about 2 or 3 years, and it got to about the breastbone. I was quite proud of it. Now I can't even fucking grow the bastard. I even had curls like Hooks. I used to do the mustache curls. It's makes you proud of you. I used to cop so much shit for it. I'd be just like, I don't care. It's grass.
It's funny you
It's a
mentioned that. I'm just watching the video the other
Are
day.
you calling me
Him shaving
Jewish?
it off.
You calling me Jewish?
No.
No, I'm only kidding. Hey, I was only just kidding. Yeah, I said to my dad, I said, Dad, why don't you ever grow a beard? He says, because I grow a Jew beard, son. His beard grows really curly. But I got really straight hair. But when I grow a beard, once it gets to a certain length, it starts to sort of get a bit curly. But how are you? Good to see you this Friday. Is it loud? How's my sound coming through? If it's too loud, let me just mess with it.
No, sounds great, mate. Yeah, sounds great, brother.
I got the heater going in the background, so I was just hoping it wasn't humming or and buzzing.
Oh shit! You put up some fucking art in the background since I've seen the back wall. That's cool, mate.
Yeah, mate. A little bit of work in the room, the YouTube room there.
Yeah, it's good, mate. I remember.
I really,
one-
really like the right hand side piece. Is that native or is that African?
Well, no, it's closer to home. It's closer to home.
Yeah, yeah.
Fiji, island of Fijian sort of area. It was done by an Aboriginal, but it was sort of inspired by like an islander.
Even so, especially done by an Aboriginal, that's absolutely stunning.
Is that a didgeridoo in the corner, brother?
Yeah, that's a ditch.
Yeah, that's mad.
Occasionally I get into it, but I don't know. I got to have the lungs for it, I suppose.
I was going to say, can you do that circular breathing you need to do?
Nah, I can do it backwards, like smoking bongs. So if I'm breathing, I can breathe bongs backwards, and have a circular. Not the other way.
I'll have to get her on the stream, but shout out to my cousin Denali. She's a smoker. She's actually pregnant at the moment, so she's not smoking. She's Indigenous. She does art and really nice art. Something you dig. So if you ever want a personal piece, Hooks, like I do from her, hit up my email and I'll talk to her. I'll get her onto your stream. Maybe it can be, if you do, she can see what you're about, and then, you know how that our brothers and sisters and aunties and uncles, they make it very personalised.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody. You got that little one there too. That's like 80 years old, or was it 200 years old or something? That little fella. Yeah. What was that one? What was the history of that?
For about maybe 20 years, 20 odd years, maybe longer, maybe less. Definitely not less, but long time. Sometimes it comes, it goes. I've had some really nice pieces, but I suppose I don't look after my stuff the way I should. And hard times come, you fall on hard times, and you got to get rid of your sell up. Sell your stuff, you never get back what you pay for it, but at least I get to observe it and watch it and see it. That's what it's about, I
actually thought of you today, Hook. So I got a letter. It was not a normal fucking government post letter had a stamp on it. And when I looked at it, thinking, oh yeah, I send that to Hookster, and I look at a dirty big stamp across it. I'm like, yeah, void. I used to collect them as a kid. I used to have a big collection, but my grandmother died and they stayed with her, so who knows what the fuck happened to them.
You dye your hair, Hookster.
Nah, I do dye my hair. You're saying I didn't dye my hair because I got my greys coming through. I got a head of grey,
Mhm.
mate.
Oh, dude, it looks fucking blonde from here, mate. It looks blonde to me.
Nah,
I
Even
think it's a light.
Milkman says it looks like he's got bleached blonde hair.
I think it's a light behind him. Your head's shaved, isn't it, Hooks?
yeah, no, it is, but it's also grey. So I got a
What's wrong with that?
little bit of pepper.
Nothing. I've seen some young soldiers start going great 21, bro. Distinguished gentleman look.
Fire white.
Yeah. I dyed it. Yeah, I dyed it grey. And no, I was thinking about going there, but occasionally
See what happens when you smoke your own Super Saiyan strand, you start turning Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Des,
how's your life been? Anyway, how long you been live? I've just seen you live. I've been playing some Street Fighter. So.
yeah,
Yeah.
about an hour and 40 odd.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, you've been going. You were on Paddos stream, and then you started a stream, yeah?
Yeah, straight after it, mate. Yep.
Yeah, I was streaming early some GDA, the new DLC, and then I went to play some Car X, and I just sort of got bored because it was glitchy. But yeah, I was hanging out to see what Chris was up to. He told me to come past, so having you here is an even bigger bonus. Shout out to Hookster, good to see you, bro. Happy Friday and bong on.
Fucking
Guess
oath.
what? I got an email a couple of hours ago from the Dung. They own Arcadia Bong and the Dung, and they want to offer me a sponsorship for the Bong.
Hang on a sec. Let me just make that big, bro.
Hey,
You want me to make that big? I want to see that.
that's all right. You can if you want. It's a pretty good Bong. Right, nothing comes through here. There's no water or liquid that spits through. You know, you get the little bits of shit sometimes that come through to your mouth, and when you take the cone piece off, like you're smoking, and then you take that, nothing's coming through.
Yeah.
Did you tell them you can be sponsored on the condition they remove dung off the front of your bong?
Yeah, I should.
Make it Hookster edition. The Hooks edition. You know? Have some curls on the bong or something.
12 months and get a bong, maybe bong.
You know, if they want to endorse you, they want you to endorse them. They have to endorse you too.
Maybe, yeah.
Fucking too right.
That's just from mutually. You know, without being anyone standing on a podium or a high horse. You know, if you want me to endorse you, you got to endorse my product too.
And
you wouldn't be coming to speak to me if that wasn't the case.
Like I was actually sponsored by Oz Bongs and Gator View, and I pretty much said the same thing, that all in all, at the end of the day, if a company wants to sponsor you for something, and they believe in you, they'll put your flag in their background as well. They'll put your they'll have Aussie Grows or Aussie Cone Show, on their background.
Should be in their best interest too.
To have stuff in the background, to promote stuff. Just not working.
Well,
anyway.
I'll say this: I'm a nobody compared to you, my friend. But I mean, even my interaction with the owners of MaxiBig, they didn't ask me to do anything. I offered. They sent me a gift, so I thought I'd gift by putting up some posts. I'm still putting up their logos. Yeah. I'm not asking for anything, but if they want me to endorse in their company any further, they have to endorse in me, or at least someone that's directly around me, like yourself, so the community can benefit from it and their business can benefit. Otherwise, sorry, mate, I can't help you. I'm not here to make money. I'm only here to make sure the community goes up.
Plus, you're a bit of a subject matter expert on this shit too, bro. Oh, there's me mate Dale. Fucking technology and my camera shy. Just listen in the background. Oh, all right, brother. Jay reckons smashed lads up the Kush mints. What bull bars in the house? Matt's got the idea. Hooks, big dong bong.
Well, if you get offered any stock, mate, I'm happy to fucking send some cash your way. That looks like a tasty bong. I got to get a new one myself, and they're all sold out. So
I'll be able to get cheap ones. I'll be able to get like
I'm not worried about a discount, just availability.
Yeah, be all right. Well, this was 130, so it'd be good if I could get it for like $100 or 110. At least cheaper than you get it in store, you know, and cheaper than what you usually get it online.
Well, if you
How
don't know
sold is that?
listening, I don't want a discount, but I want to make sure that Hooks is endorsed.
Oh, me mate's gone. He actually shot himself at 11 first in the hand
Wow.
with his air rifle point blank. It's still got the scar. I didn't know that, Dale.
Better than the Jetty Hooks.
There's Spud Lee, Dale. He's like his brother Dale. Billy's brother. You and Dale would get on like the house on fire. Practically get up, Dale. Sound like a great character. Dale is a very great character, mate. He's solid as a fucking rock. Mad as a cut snake.
I usually don't say too much, but me and Justus had a personal phone call about a week ago, and he told me a bit about him, as I told Justus a bit about a couple of my mates, and he's one of them solid blokes. It'd be worth meeting, worth having a beer with, and sharing a story with. Definitely.
Oh yeah, no, mate. He loves our family. I love him. We're just family, bro. You know, it's just. And we came to what was cool. We met each other first in 2017, and then through that, his son and my daughter met up, and they had a really good relationship for a good 7 years, mate. It was really fucking awesome, man. And I don't even want to go into how well that ended up now, but it's really sad, mate. But you know, we still love each other. Like, you know, I still love his son, mate, and he still loves my daughter, and I still love him like a brother. You know, we got each other's back hard. It's good, and he's a real one. You know?
Good things never last forever, but family is forever, mate.
Touche.
Definitely. Yeah. So big shout out to you, Dale. Maybe I'll meet you one day when I venture up to the big spike up there in North Queensland.
Yeah, fucking hope you'll meet him, mate. He's definitely worth meeting if you come up here. And his missus Jen, yeah, his missus is South African, mate. And she's got some mad stories. Like, I think in the 70s, she was smoking weed in Afghan, mate, like in Kandahar and that.
Wow.
Yeah,
like you said shortly after, I did catch that. You know, you can't do that now. You probably couldn't do that in the 70s and 80s, even, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard people doing bus runs, mate, through Afghan, mate. You know, back in the 60s when the Taliban were just crazy, mate. Everything was like a little bit laid. But you know, like, then you do that now, bro. I don't know. You'd probably get your head cut off. It wouldn't turn out too good, I don't reckon. Deep in Afghan, you might get away with it in Kabul. It depends. It depends on how they feel on the day too, mate. How much they hate the infidel when they're hot and cold. I just hope there's one day, like they, you know, like
You got to be quite lucky to slip through, don't you? You don't want to be too fair skinned and blonde and blue eyed. You'll stand out like a fucking diamond in the dirt.
Oh, bro, you fucking oath, mate. And it's funny because when people think of Afghanistan, they think of the Middle East, and it's not. Afghan is actually classed as Asia. You know, they're more.
Yeah.
If you look at the Afghanis, they're sort of more Asian looking, that sort of soft brown skin. You know, whereas as you go to the Middle East, the Arabs are different. They get sort of like a thicker hair. They get like a more of a yellowy sort of toned skin. They're in the Middle East, so the Afghanis are more.
You know yourself with parts of northern Russia and that they go into Siberia and the Cossacks. Some of them don't look Russian; they look Asian, or they look Mongol, or they look Afghani or Chechen. Yeah, they all, you know.
Yeah, the Inuits or whatever they're called, you know, those ones that live right up there, mate, and they're fucking, eating fucking, what are those things? Like, what are those reindeer and all that crazy shit up there, mate, you know, like in -40. They look,
Alaska.
No, like up in Siberia, at the top of Russia.
Siberia, yeah.
Yeah, like, have you seen when they have the babies, what they do at the hospital? They put the babies outside, mate, for half an hour in the freezing cold, and they start acclimatizing them as like 3-4 months, mate. There's photos of all these cots outside in the snow, and the ladies are rocking them, and they bring them back in, and they take them out like for half an hour to start getting their little bodies climatized to the environment.
That
Yeah, it's insane.
make perfect sense. The human body has to be conditioned to adapt.
Tough as nails.
You know, like you guys, when you went over there, and that, you know, even though it's hot and arid here, it's slightly different climate over in Afghanistan and Iraq. You would have had to adjust to that. Would have been hard, but you've been an Aussie probably a lot easier than an American in some parts, maybe a southerner, but
no, Australians, we pride ourselves, mate, on going straight into our environment and just adapting immediately. The Brits and the Americans, when they came into Afghan and Iraq, mate, they couldn't do nothing for 2 weeks. They were just floored, absolutely floored by the heat, mate. They
just makes them lethargic and fucking no good.
It's just too hard, mate. They get red really, really quickly. They're sweating too much. Their body's just not used to the environment, mate, at all. Whereas
sounds like my mum's family, they're all got pump background, they all go red and whinge.
Oh, mate, yeah, the first 3 days, seeing the Yanks and that, because they do like 5K runs to try and start the climatization to get a bit quicker, and you see how hard they're doing, you know. Whereas we in Australia, there's always somewhere hot enough, no matter what type of year you can go. Like, so before you go into Iraq or Afghan, we'll send you right out the back of Ainsley, mate, out the back of fucking, you know, Mount Isa, red hot. And then just get on the plane.
You said earlier, Chris, we love a fucking challenge. We love a challenge, mate. Look at Hookster. He was just doing it before. He has a bong, and every time he tries to go that bit, you know, push himself that bit further. We're Aussies, mate.
I tell you, I can't go any further with bongs. I've done every kind of bong I could think of. I wake up in the morning sometimes. I wake up like I thought of a new way to smoke a bong, and I get up and I grab a bottle and I try to develop this. And then I thought, you know, I better check to see if this has been done. And I Google it online to see online, you know. And there's actually one other guy named Ye1, an Australian, and he's done every single imaginable bong you can think of. He's smoked out of everything with a hole. Like, you wouldn't believe. I saw this guy smoke with a cone with a headrest out of a car. They got the headrest out of the car, and I put the weed in one end. You know, it's obviously just a bit of fun. But
hectic. That's hectic. Pushing himself.
I've actually done it through an apple before.
My little mock thing years ago was a bong for every subscriber, and yeah. Now I count every single bong I hear up to 1,000 bongs on YouTube. You know, and by now I've hit well over 5,000 bongs on YouTube.
I'm glad
you're not on that 18% shit either. It's like that good, what, the 88 or like the flower that's around 30?
All kinds of cannabis. It all depends. Over the years, I've actually changed the type of cannabis. You know, it's gone from a THC, like a heavier sort of indoor indica type, and then evolved to an outdoor sort of, you know, not to get too, when you're young, you want that sort of slouch over a bit, you know, but as you get older, you want to stay awake and feel good, you know, so it's changed. And even added a bit of CBD to it, to the THC, so it slowly evolves, I suppose, that it has for me. So, but I enjoy all types of cannabis, strong cannabis, but I believe you've got to have, I hit it, I smash a huge amount of cannabis, like a bag of weed, a 25 bag of weed for me, right, which is, or whatever it is, probably 30 or 50, a bit more up in your way. That's like, that's 4 or 5 bongs for me, you know. A gram is 3 cones, you know, whereas that would last so many days. It lasts for me, you know, I'm smoking 5 grams a day, easy. But there are, to that being said, I am consuming a bit of CBD with that. It's not full on, like you said, you know, 25% or 30%, but there is sometimes 88%. The oils that I'm using are very high concentrate, which is fine. You know, sometimes people like a bourbon, sometimes people like a beer. You know?
Fucking too right.
That's sort of what I was getting at before, without sounding like you smoke massive bongs. Anyone could smoke a massive bong. You can smoke one to the point where you throw up, but It's what you do and the mannerisms you do and what you add to it. You're not just having weed. You're putting oil to it, or you're putting a dab to it, or you're putting some concoction that you've made, like you did the other day, of both.
Yeah.
That takes experience and skill to know how to do it. If you just pop that, you're going to be burning your lungs and coughing your guts out. That's the point. I mean, you're testing yourself
Well,
and
here's
you
the
get
thing.
better. You get better
Here's-
every time, and it hooks up. There'll be
I'll
a
tell you
point
what.
where we see you do that and you won't cough at all, and people are going to go,
So-
"Oh, fuck, he didn't cough."
I believe that cannabis, for me, cannabis is actually a form of erotica. The reason I believe this, and for everybody, for those who say cough to get off, right? So if you think of this, anyone who's coughing and say cough to get off, we all know this saying, right? Don't go try me and tell me like I've never heard this saying. We've all heard cough to get off, right? Do you know where that comes from?
100%.
I'll tell you. So that actually comes from that's a sex term for choking, for domination, for not breathing, for choking.
Asphyxiation.
Yeah. Right? So it's for me, and cannabis is a plant that we only really want the female. So it's a feminine. It is a very feminine, and it doesn't remove your inhibitions, but it sort of removes ego. It's an ego remover. So I find it a divine. The cannabis plant is a very feminine, divine, feminine plant. I don't know where I'm going with this.
No, that's an interesting fact. It does. It melts away your ego to the point where you can freely think outside yourself and you come up with great ideas or great ways to handle your problems or other people's. Hence,
I think
probably
so.
now we're at our calmest, happy state, content, and we're stoned on good stuff. You're going to talk good things. You're not going to talk rubbish.
Mate, I always have a great conversation, bro. I love it. I mean, when you're drunk, it just turns into I love you, I love you, I love you, fucking best cunt ever, and you just dribble shit in each other's ear all night. You know, whereas the weed, I think, is a little bit more. It's not as superficial. You know, you do like, yeah, fuck, mate. You know, we've talked some great shit tonight. I'm just gonna. People from Norway look like Maori. That's from fucking Spud Lee, and they left 85 billion worth of assets in Afghan. Oh, fucking, don't even get me started. It's disgusting.
How
I mean,
far
mate,
it goes.
a lot of prisoners go through that special after the bigger wagons because normally men don't have to kill for a living. It's true, brother. True. But been a good crowd. Been a good crowd tonight, actually.
G'day everybody in chat, by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
It's Friday night, isn't it? It's almost on the East Coast. We've got half an hour, or 24 minutes until tomorrow, I suppose, until the weekend. Make the best of your weekend, folks. Get out there. Sun, see the sky. Otherwise, get a carton, stay home and drink piss. Hang out at the house all day. It's cold. Smoke some cones.
Yeah. I usually
That's a
stick
start
to the
to
one
make
hookster, but I had
whatever
one beer.
money.
I was a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, if I had the beer, I mean, the problem is I could fill that fridge up. I could have an endless supply of alcohol, and but if I do, I might drink it. But at the same time, sometimes I'll drink a beer here. One last beer, for example, I drank that one. Sometimes I'll leave a whole beer. I'll have like a mouthful and just leave it. I don't need to. I'm not one of those guys that needs to drink a 6-pack. But I might find myself drinking every day otherwise. Anyway, so drinking, the question, here's what I'm saying. I'm probably babbling. Is drinking one beer every day more alcoholic than drinking once a week, binging, or even once a month or once a year or every couple of times a year? What's worse, drinking one beer every day, never getting drunk?
Nothing wrong with that. And you know what's nothing wrong with people that don't drink at all. I mean, like, I resonate with a lot of people. The fact that, look what you normally drink. You usually drink iced coffee or milk. Up until I was dairy intolerant, I drink 4 liters of milk a day. That might include a Big M or you know, whatever.
Mate,
But,
fucking Dale
you know,
does that.
Over,
Dale,
that's over water and beer, or water and alcohol. I went through a stage where I used to smash a bit of vodka, but, you know, respectively, or not stupidly, but I don't want it anymore. There's no need for it. I'd rather just have my smoke, and you enjoy things. You don't have pain or inflammation. Why would you drink and get inflammation when this stuff stops it? You're fighting yourself.
There's me mate Dale's popped up again. He reckons, or if you're a gangster, you can carry any gun, as many as you like, but don't ever use it to scare people. If you point it, use it. Fucking tin tank. G'day, Tony Backer. Vaporizes the weed. I don't knock off. Spud Lee, brother. Love it. What's your backy ratio in your cones? Mine's 50-50. Unfortunately. Mine's 50-50, brother.
That's a gorgeous cone too, might I add, Hookster. Stunning, man.
I wish I could fucking.
It's turned out to be quite unique.
Yeah, it is.
I'm thinking about getting a couple of these designed as well.
Yeah.
And I've spoken to a couple of people. I've had a few people, locals around here. It's quite a few on Instagram. Make a little hooky, like a little fucking pirate hook.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna look at that a bit.
Well, I don't want to make you tell your secrets, but I hope there's something to do with Pink or Super Saiyan Pink, yeah?
That's cool.
That's a good idea. No, look, you're giving me ideas. I'll be honest.
Because honestly, when I seen that up close the other day, clean and the colours in it, imagine a pink one with some accents. I mean, I like a lot of that glassware. It is. It's nice. I just don't buy it because I know I'd be shattered when I break it.
Dude, this cost me. This is the most expensive cane piece I've ever bought. This cost me $40.
Yeah, but it's worth every cent.
And this is not even, this is below custom. So this is actually just before what I would consider, or what the collectors consider collectible. This is just below the start of collectible. So this is not technically, this is mass produced and not made. I mean, it is made by somebody or some company, technically mass produced, but this is not on the cusp of really good glasswork that you can get. It's just simple stuff.
But I imagine, like myself, if you did, you'd be scared to use it because if you broke it, you'd be shattered. Because it's some of it's very stunning to look at. I mean, there's $180 pieces and stuff like that.
My finger, really dainty, and really putting it down slowly. It's teaching it's like a bit of like yoga, it really is actually something. I'm sure it's been good for me, just moving slower and knowing that this is $40. I'm not just looking at a cone piece. I'm looking at $40 here. So I'm not just gonna break it. It's ironic because when I opened this bong the same day I got this, the cone piece with this that was wrapped up in the bubble wrap came out of the box and it fell on the floor and smashed. And I didn't even unwrap it. I didn't take it out of the bubble wrap. It was smashed.
It's so good. Hey, everybody, I just realised my young fella starts work at 12. I've got to drop him down the highway. So I'm going to leg it in about 5. But when I come back, I'm going to jump back on if anyone's keen to pump on till 1 or 2. So
I'll see them around. I'll swing through. Good to see you, Just Us.
Thanks for having me. I'll see where I'm at, mate. I might even lay down for a bit. I've been up quite early this morning. I had a bit of a shit.
Yeah. No, that's cool, bro. I just appreciate you being here tonight. Thanks heaps for coming up, man.
I appreciate you, man. Big time.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It's awesome.
100%.
Love it. Always a good time, brother.
Thanks, Hooks. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, Hookster. Thanks for popping in, mate. It's always good having a good chat with you. You've always got cool shit. I fucking love it, mate. And like I said, I'm going to go off, and then I'll come back and I'll jump back off. And if anyone's keen or hanging around drinking or whatever, I'll fucking start for a bit.
Before I go, if I get a chance during the week, I'll show you how to put some stuff on your channel manually through the YouTube studio. I did
Yeah,
it with
sure.
a few of the boys' channels. Yeah, you said you want to be
Look up-
part of my channel. I've got you there. Yeah, I've worked out how to do it. So yeah, and big shout out to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks everybody. I'll let you go, mate. Thank you very much.
No, thanks, Matty. I appreciate it, bro. I'll definitely fucking, I'll reach out, mate. We'll definitely talk about that for sure. So, I just want to finish a few little things here. I've run away from gunshots. Nothing like the whiz sound of a bullet, the old crack thump. Laugh out loud. This is old Spud Lee at the cunts who own the fake airsoft weapons. If you pull a gat out of me, you want to make sure you know it's real. Fuck it. What does that say? FAFO. Fuck ass. Fuck off. Or something.
Fuck around and find out.
Oh, fuck around and find out. Yeah, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. DK reckons it's 3 for 57 Magnum. Brother Dale is the one you don't hear as your number on it. That's right. I'll hang out with you, mate. I knew Spudley. I might catch you a bit later. That's Pug, sweet as. Get a fellas, have a good night. Bong on, hey, Kerry Blaze, thanks, brother. Nathan Hurst, catch you, Chris. Drive safe, mate. Yeah, mate. Just down the road. It's all good, thanks, man. I'll be here. Everything is big in Texas except who gives a fuck. Go Donald Trump, my man, army fake news. Fucking Oakdale, fucking go Trump, bro. That speech he gave on the 4th of July at Mount Rushmore, mate, about the founding fathers and how the Constitution was written, mate. That's what you want a leader. You want a leader that loves their country, man. Remembers the roots or where they come from, what their democracy and the Republican Constitution was made up, mate. But when you hear him talk, and he can talk without looking to a teleprompter or a fucking piece of paper, and he talks about the founding fathers of the USA, mate, with passion like that, that's inspirational as a citizen. I'm Australian. I wish I had a fucking prime minister that gave a fuck. This fucking wetback Albanese, mate. Fuck him. Nathan Hurst, love your channel, bro. Thanks, mate. Awesome. Make sure we'll hit the like button. Chat. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, brother. Bull bar Spudley, bro. Love yous. Well, guys, like I said, I'm going to drop my young fella off and I'll come back and have a cup of coffee. I'll jump back on. And if you want to chat and hang out, I'm fucking keen for it. All right. So, thanks, guys. And I'll see you in about, it takes me about 20 minutes there to about half of 40. All right, mate. See you there. Good times.